Hello everyone, welcome along. It's Wednesday evening, hope you're all well. It's February. It's fucking February already. How's that happened? Like, it doesn't feel 2 minutes ago since it was Christmas and New Year, and now we're in February. That seems odd. Really odd. Fair play as well, by the way, for people already in the chat mentioning that, almost February over, then it'll be Christmas soon. It won't be. Christmas is going to be ages and ages in the future. So we don't have to worry about that at this point. Like, obviously, we don't talk about Christmas until the 1st of December. So anyway, thank you for being here. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's had a cracking start to their week so far. Who is ready to see Oxford United top of the National League halfway through the season? I am. I'm ready. There we go. Possibly just me at the ready, but I think there's a few of us in the chat who are all ready to go as well. Lewis Dean's in, Cass is in with the arms. Wilco's already got the chair remotes going on. Desert Citizen, Pepe please. Matt is in as well, of course. There's a cheesecake in tonight, by the way. We said, we did post out on Twitter there would be a cheesecake. There is a cheesecake. Look at that. There is a cheesecake already on the go. A New York cheesecake for tonight's stream, which will start. So happy February, everybody. Happy February. We're on the 6-person family-sized cheesecake. It's not going to feed 6 people at all. Don't be just daft. Who on earth shares this with their family? Nobody. Losers, that's who. Yeah. Losers who don't even pick up heavy weights. So there you go. Here's where we are, if you're brand new. That's not bad, actually. That's another Aldi special. Hashtag unsponsored. So here we are, Vanarama National League. Currently, look at that, 7 points clear of Halifax. Hello, McFlyshaw. Welcome in, pal. Hope you're nice and well. Good to see you. Pleasure to have you in, as always. Malteser Falcon cheesecake, mate. Mal, well, it's a cracker. It's a New York cheesecake as well, so we're not gone mucking about. Mrs. J was like, "Oh, do you want one with berries and a coulis on top?" And I was like, "Don't be daft, because I'll end up spilling that, and that'll just be horrendous." So we don't want that sort of nonsense on here. But cheesecake away. Here we are. Excuse me, I shouldn't shout. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, should I? Evening, get us as well. Welcome in, pal. A normal-looking National League can't relate. I know, Cass, I know. But the thing is, you're flying away because you don't even need to look anymore at this league. You're been and gone. You're way ahead. You're looking at the Champions League spots at this point in your save. Here we are right now. 7 points clear of Halifax. That is what she said. Well done, Wilco. If you subscribe, you get the That's What She Said emote. Should have dropped that straight away, shouldn't I? There you go. There's That's What She Said. So 7 points clear of Halifax. 10 points clear of Wrexham and Aldershot. We are only lost 2 games, to be honest. West Brom are the title rivals in the National League. Love it. Outstanding work. Here's where we are. We had a bit of a crap January, to be honest. Lost 2-0 against Peterborough in the third round of the FA Cup. Not a problem. We've made a reasonable amount of money, though. That was the main thing with that game, to be honest. We weren't expecting to win the FA Cup. We beat Bath 3-0, though, in the in the FA Trophy 4th round. So that means we're in the 5th round where we play Farsley Celtic. So we are nudging towards a possible. So it goes 5th round. Then I believe it's quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. So if we can nudge through those, we are potentially getting towards the business end of that trophy. So maybe we can look to tick something off, possibly. The referee, the stream is going to be no good for my fat club. I've got an urge to go and eat a cheesecake now. I mean, this is the thing is, though, is that if you are into weightlifting of any kind, Fat Nige in with the prime, resubbing 3 months in a row. Appreciate you, Nige. Very, very kind indeed. If you're into weightlifting, okay, which I know some of you are, some of you aren't, of course. If you are, cheesecakes are pretty good for weightlifting in terms of gaining weight and gaining mass and stuff, because the concentration, and we're not going to bore you about that, they're fine. Them and donuts are fine, right? Okay, but I shouldn't really have a 6-person cheesecake every single night. Check my Twitter DMs post stream. Yes, I could do it right now, actually, Mal. And I can't see one from yourself, unless you've sent it from another account, possibly. Yeah, I'll wait. That'll come through. It'll be fine. Oh, for the other one, RTL. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'll have a little look at that and I'll read it properly once I'm off. So yes, I'll sort that one out for you. Get it done. The subs for the cheesecake, not for you. Hey, Nige, this is the thing. All subs go to improving the channel, and if it means more cheesecakes, then more cheesecakes. So we'll call it a cheesecake fund. Anyone who subs. Big game right now, though. We're playing Solihull Moors. They're 5th in the league. And then we play Bath, who are 20th. Gateshead, up the Heed, who are 22nd. Then Farsley Celtic, who are in the division below us in the Cup. Then we face Northampton away, York at home, Wrexham away, Halifax at home. That's 2 big games right there. 3rd and 2nd back-to-back. FC United Manchester, Dagenham and Redbridge, Aldershot, Maidstone on the telly. And then we're into the business end of the season. Shall we get going? I think we probably should, shouldn't we, to be honest? Because we've sort of said all of our hellos. We drew 1-1 in our last match, which was a bit of a shame. We have started to stutter a little bit. Couple of draws, not ideal at this stage of the season, but we do have enough points to sort of be okay, I guess. Dropping a couple of points isn't the worst thing in the world. Obviously, we don't want to be dropping too many because we would like to kind of try and get this title wrapped up as soon as we possibly can, because then we can start to look to move into the next division, go up into the Football League and push on, and also start recruiting for the Football League as well, because we do still have a fair bit of cash in the old coffers, right? £600,000 still sat there, with still some money left in the wage budget as well, to be honest. So if we can get something done, I mean, look at this. This is the gate receipts from when we played Peterborough. Not too shabby, that. Not too shabby. So that's June. Whereas income here, gate receipts. Last month was 170,000. This month already 192,000. So I think we've done fine for gate receipts. It's not bad at all. We sold 2 players, Mal. So unfortunately, we sold our. You're asking about meme names in the squad. We sold Rogie, who of course is our mod. He's been sold to Hearts, unfortunately. That was 475 grand, I think it was. So he has agreed to stay on loan for the rest of the season for free. So unfortunately, we have to re-sign. We have to sign a right midfielder next season. We couldn't stand in his way. He was straight up just like, I want to go. So ironically, talking to him off stream, he didn't want to go, but in game he was desperate to go. So he went away, which is a bit of a shame. So he's gone. So we have to try and replace him. We have Frankie Marmalade is one of our renamed players as well. So there are a couple of people in there that you want to kind of have a little look out for. So they'll appear as they do. So, but yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Renford Raspberry, unfortunately, still on loan at Woking, so he doesn't play for us just yet. But maybe he will return. Fingers crossed. I should say as well, by the way, if you've not listened to this week's Football Manager show, get on that as well, because that came out today. I think it's a good episode, to be honest. Very good episode. We've got the cult of. Quick question: am I going to eat the whole cheesecake? Well, yeah, I'm not going to put it back, am I? Like, what am I going to do with that, Mal? What am I going to do with that? Like, that doesn't go back in the fridge, does it? Like, Mrs. J is going to be like, Tony, why have you put half a cheesecake back? So, that's my thinking anyway. Like, I've started, and very much I've started so I'll finish mentality. So, waste not, want not. That's what they always say, innit? And also raised on you eat what's on your plate. So, therefore, that's on the plate. So therefore, I eat it. Mastermind, Tony Jameson. Yeah, specialist subject. Family-sized desserts, please. That's why we've got the chair thing, isn't it? For Mastermind, there you go. Yeah, there. Fitness specialist Tony Jameson. Well, I'll just have to go and I'll have to lift it off tomorrow. And if I can't, then it just means my lifts are going to get stronger and bigger because I'm getting stronger and bigger. That's the thinking behind it. I'm not entirely sure how true it is. Because if I don't keep going to the gym, then I'm cultivating mass. It's that episode of It's Always Sunny when I feel like I'm going to become Fat Mac at some point, walking around going, I'm cultivating mass. Hello, Danny Emu. Welcome in. Welcome. Let's give you a shout out. Everyone, you know Danny Emu. He's been in our chat before. He's been in loads. He's just started streaming himself, so go and give him some love. Go and drop a follow on the boy. And it's good. He's very good, by the way, as well. For a brand new streamer, he's doing all the things well. So definitely nice to go and do that. Go and send him some love. Finally got to send some over, mate. I genuinely appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. Hope the stream was good, by the way. Hope you enjoyed it. If you sign a new gen right midfielder, can I name him Darryl Strawberry because he was the right fielder? Of course you can. You get all those TJ tokens that we need, the channel points. You cash them in. Welcome in, Game Breaker 1997, by the way. Appreciate you being in. Nice to see you. First time in. It was brilliant. Very tired. Yeah, it can be that a little bit, can't it? Streaming straight away, you don't realise just how much it takes out of you. But I guess because I'm used to performing, it still takes stuff out of you. Like, still a bit heavy going. So, yeah, you've got over 50,000 points. Cash him in. When we get that right midfielder, we'll get it sorted for you. Yeah, after a full day's work, 100%. Yeah, agreed, Danny. We're the same. Full day's work, then you got to go and put the kids down. Then you got to get something to eat, and then sit there and be like, right, now it's time to go streaming. And then, yeah, it can be a little bit. Occasionally, it can be a bit like, oof, I ain't got the energy for this. And one tip I will give you, Danny, at this point, if you don't feel it and you are feeling a bit knackered, don't stream because there's no need to. Do you know what I mean? There's no need to. We've cashed in already. Nigel's cashed in. Right. So the thing is, Nigel, right? So if we get a good right midfielder, okay. Right mid, Fat Nige, Darryl Strawberry. I mean, obviously, the thing is, though, is if we can get Darryl Strawberry on one side, Renford Raspberry on the other side. Is there anybody called Lemon, possibly? Keith? Oh, no, not Keith Lemon. Yeah, British Steel Challenge, what we're doing there, just for the bow. It's basically the plan is to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. You want to be writing that one down. There's a whole heap of trophies to win. In fact, I can even show you what we have won so far. This is where we are. Look at that. So out of the 35 trophies available, we have won 5. We had a decent run in Northern Ireland where we won a couple of cups, got promoted from the 3rd division, won the top division, the Premiership. We're now in the Vanarama National, so that's why it's highlighted in yellow, plus the FA Trophy we're still in. We haven't won the FA Cup this season, got knocked out of that, so I've made that red. As we say, unfortunately, we're also in Season 8. But, 5 trophies in 8 seasons. I think most clubs would take that, to be honest. Most clubs would take that. I look very happy in that picture. Very on brand. Very, very on brand, to be honest, Game Breaker. I don't photograph well, I don't think. Certainly not when I'm aware of it. That's the thing. Oh, no, that's a very nice tattoo. Oh, yeah. Which the one that's on the inside there? Thank you very much. Look at that. See, that's... It's just there. That's me. Yeah. There you go. Flashing some ink. I always thought about getting some more, like trying to get like a sort of sleeve up the top as well here, but that's it's not something I've done. I've got no idea what I'd want now, to be honest. I feel like at this point in my life I've got to be like 100% sure. No worries, Danny. Lovely to have you, man. Take it easy. Appreciate the raid as well. It's very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Let's say if you're not already following Danny, make sure you go and drop a follow on him. It'd be much appreciated. Gives the boy a bit of boost. And of course, you got affiliate very, very quickly as well. So top work indeed. So go and do that. That'd be great. We've got a match against Solihull Moors, which we need to win. We need to win all of our games. To be honest, they're all becoming must-win games now because of the sort of like how we sort of like build it up. That momentum's there. That almost that sort of like, it's not panic, but you know when you're sort of like already thinking, I just need probably about sort of 30 points, 20 points. Then you keep chipping those little things, those little totals down. It's kind of where we're at the minute, to be honest. Gavin Brash, by the way, hello mate. I saw your message in the chat. Didn't actually say hello as you were there, but big shout out to GB. Hope you're well, pal. Not seen you around for a while. Hope life's treating you good. Always a pleasure having you in. Again, go and drop a follow on Gav if you can. That'd be much appreciated. We have this match now. We're about to kick off. Look at that. See, only 2 wins in our last 5. That's not great, to be honest. It's not great. 2 draws, 1 defeat. Solihull Moors, though. Look at that. 2 defeats, 3 defeats. So 2 draws, 3 defeats on the bounce. Sucks to be them, right? Don't say that out loud, Tony. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Because you now know that what's going to happen, don't you? No. Right. Solihull Moors are in their change kit of all red. By the way, we're in our home kit of yellow and navy blue sleeves. Game breaker, nothing to say, but could you show how AC Milan is doing in the year 2030? Yeah, we can have a little look at AC Milan. Just have a quick little nosy on it. See what's going on. They're no match for our Oxford side, that's for certain. Well, they are. They're more than enough of a match, to be honest. They would destroy us. Absolutely destroy us. So Mordner's charging through the middle. Hackney to Gilbert, lovely ball through to Duffy. Hello, Matt Blade, how are you, pal? Duffy's got to get his head up there, hasn't he? Got to pull it back across. Hope you well, Matt. Nice to have you in, pal. Hope Wednesday is treating you good. Hope the start of the week's treating you good. Obviously, we were here Monday. We're here Wednesday. We do Fridays as well. We're actually going to be streaming tomorrow night, believe it or not. So believe it or not, I think it happens quite a few times. We have some extra streams put in, but Mrs. J is off on a hen do over the weekend, so out on the lash. So she's going to be doing I believe, I've been told this is a makeup practice tomorrow night. So she was like, I'm going to do makeup practice. I was like, she's like, what am I needed? She was like, you can stream. I was like, okay, cool, I'll do that. So we're going to stream tomorrow night. Gilbert masterclass. Yeah, well, we'll get Gilbert will be doing right. He'll be fine. He's a rotation player, is our boy Gilbert. So we went from a position of having like no left-sided midfielders to 3 in very quick succession, and now we have to try and sort of like work out who gets to play and when. Great ball over the top, a little bit too heavy for Oscar Thorne though. I'm going to pick it up. Gilchrist is the former Chelsea player, Gilchrist, by the way. Gilbert inside for Mordner. He's put that one wide. Mordner, however, by the way, is one of those players who should play on the left. Plays an inverted winger. He's moved out on the right because he can also play there as well. Might get caught a little bit high. Pins in some lovely balls, rotation player. Yeah, he's a decent little player, to be honest. He is a decent little player. Matt, all good, thanks. Voice sounding better than Monday. Yeah, I think so. I think we're I still feel a little bit bunged up, I think, but overall the voice is probably a bit clearer, a little bit crisper. So fingers crossed we're on the mend, but you can never tell, can you? There's Maguire. Knocks it back to Lintop. So teams are going to be looking around for Wrexham at 3-0 up. That's not brilliant. Blakey's free kick, charge down, comes back out for Blakey again. Handball possibly in there? No, maybe not. Second free kick this time by Blakey off the underside of the bar. And away. Who was second? Who remembers who was second? It was Halifax, wasn't it? Gilchrist, Blakey. Lovely ball through. Gilbert. Oh, into the top corner. There we go. That's what we're talking about. What a ball by Blakey as well. Beautiful ball inside. Gilbert, bang. Great finish. Great finish. Look how much space. Look how much space Blakey's got here. So much. Take that. 10 shots so far. They've only had 2, I think. 33. Missed a couple of streams, I think. Have I missed promotion or anything? Last time I was here, the day we signed Gilchrist. Oh, right. So what you've possibly missed in 33. So you saw us not get promoted on the last day of last season, didn't you? You saw us miss that. That was the problem. Last season, we there's only one automatic promotion spot in the National League. We took it to the final day. We couldn't get promoted. We had a couple of bad results sort of leading up to that final bit. So we were gutted to not do that. We then looked at sort of going, right, you know, what's the next step? Well, okay, so this is the playoffs. That's fine. Dust ourselves down. We'll be okay. Got to the playoff final, lost. So we had to rebuild. So I think Gilchrist was bought this season. So I think it was after we'd sold Zach Johnson. We managed to get Gilchrist in. So you haven't missed a promotion just yet. We're halfway through the season. There's Duffy. Can't quite pull it back. We're halfway through the season. We are top. We're top by about 7 points before this match as well. So we might even be able to nudge on a couple of points more, depending upon what's happened with Halifax, who I think, we'll find out in a second what their result is. But we're playing pretty well. We're playing pretty well. Zach Johnson was another player we sold, by the way, for a bit of money, which is obviously why we've got that big transfer budget as far as the National League's concerned. Like, there's not many teams in the National League have a £600,000 transfer budget. You know, there's not many teams in the League 1 and League 2 have £600,000 transfer budget. So, if anything, we should theoretically be able to buy our way out of the league, but we're also trying to look to buy players who are going to be Division 2 quality at the very least. Great ball in. Duffy with a header there. Duffy, who of course we got in from Bolton. We had him at Linfield when we were there. Hello, almighty Cage. How are you, pal? Save's going good, thank you. Save is going all right. We're 8 seasons in now, and I think things are going all right. I think things are going well. Not missed much at all. Not necessarily. No, I don't think so. I think the way that this save plays, we can get through stuff sort of fairly quickly, but at the same time, it's not massive, is it? Division 2 quality, Sean. Did I call it Division 2? Did I call it Division 2? You knew exactly what I meant, all right? But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if we can get a couple of players who are good enough to play in the Football League, that'll be good. I'd like that. Being better by FM keeps me saying, mate, I get that. If you're struggling, Kings, remember there's always the support in the old Discord. Hello, my turn racing. Welcome in. Appreciate the raid. How are you, pal? Hope life's treating you good. How's the stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Nice to see you. Part of the British Steel Challenge here. Currently managing Oxford in the National League. We're about to, hopefully, don't want to jinx it and say we're going to pick up 3 points, but I think we probably are. There we go. Got ourselves sorted. Big win. If anything, it was Division 3. They're just on loan. I want them back soon. There's a recall option. Oh, we've got players who are out there, I take it. Ben Summers, welcome in. Pleasure to see you. John sent us here. Appreciate you. The Rochdale Division. Rochdale Division 3. Division 4. Well, there's a lot of teams that obviously have languished at some point, but obviously with this save, the idea is to try and spin that around. Now, who was asking about Milan earlier on, by the way? Milan currently 3rd in Serie A, so you're not going to see much about the players because, of course, we play with attribute masking on. It was Game Breaker, Cage Game Breaker. You're still here. That's cool. I don't know what we're going to see at the minute, but players who are still there, I guess it's kind of what you're probably interested in. Players like Guy is there. They've got Buendia now. They've got Wrench. They've got Baumgartner. De Zerbi. Tamori's still there. Kalulu. De Ketelaere's still there. Bergwijn. Bruno Fernandes. Tielemans. So it seems like still got a decent squad, to be honest. And yeah, last season they won the league. Sorry, last season they finished third. The season before that they finished first. Then it was fourth, second, first. So yeah, they've done fine. I think they won the title 3 times. To be honest, Lukaku as well. Is that Lukaku? Yeah, Lukaku as well. So there you go. Interesting. We're playing against Welling United next. That's Ben Summers' favourite team. Interesting. Now, have we moved to 9 points clear? We have now, haven't we? 9 points clear? I'm not very good with maths. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, 9 points clear of Halifax. I'm going to do, and I shouldn't do this. Right. So, how many games are left? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 games, 3 points. 51 points still to play for. Okay? Minus the 9 points that we're ahead, we need 42 more points. Is that right? 42 more points to... No. 17 games times 3. 51 points, yeah. Right. 42 more points to win the title. That would take us to like over 100 to win the title. I'm sure we can win the title, but with less than 100 points. Surely. I mean, if we're going to have to break records to win the title here, it's going to be interesting. Right, we're up against Bath next. So let's try and chip this down then, shall we? You were born and bred 2 miles from Welling. Lifelong supporter. Well in bed. That's what you want. Better than going and supporting some daft nonsense Premier League club. 42 points, that goes down every time Halifax drops points. Exactly, Nigel. I was thinking, to be fair, my calculations were based on Halifax winning everything as well and not dropping any more points. Obviously they will, but you're right. If they drop another 3 points, then we can chip that off as well. Most teams that win that league smash 100 points. Fair point. That is a reasonable point, well made. So 19th and 22nd. We would hope we get some good points, some good wins there. But what do we do? Actually, no, we've got seven days there between the Gateshead and Farsley Celtic match. We can play a full strength team as well, hopefully. So that might be quite handy. Let's low cross and let's swap Thorn for Canamarteri and go Poacher rather than target forward. Gilbert can come out because he's taken a knock, which means we're going to have a look at Mordner going on the left. Rogie can come back on the right, gives us a bit better balance. Bourne is still a bit unconvincing, shall we say, in terms of his fitness. Duffy's starting to flag a little bit. So where's Bangura? Bangura's on fitness, slightly short of fitness. Let's give him a run out just in case. Be handy for his it'll just be handy for him, you know what I mean? And let's drop in Rio as well. Maybe Sam Long will do that. Oxford wins the next one. Halifax lose. It goes down to 36. Right, you'll have to explain to me that. So in that case, I -3, and then I minus what? Do I minus 2 more for that as well? Average of the last few seasons about 90 in real life. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. You got what, 46 games? That's a lot of points to pick up, isn't it? So right, we're up against Bath. Let's sort of work out where we're at then with this one. So all we gotta do is just keep winning. Very simple. We keep winning, we're champions. Okay? If we start dropping points, that's when issues start cropping up. Yeah? We need to think about things. So there's no Halifax tonight, so we can put another little gap between ourselves and themselves. Still unbeaten. No Alligator. No. We've lost 2. We've lost 2 all season, which at this stage of the season you'll take this, right? You're coming into February in game. I'm more than happy with 2 defeats. You know, I'm not expecting us to be unbeaten. Hello, Llama. Welcome. Pleasure to have you in, pal. Oh, header over the top there. Hope life's treating you good. If you're not following Llama, why the devil not? Why not? You need to change that instantly. Get onto it now. Make sure you drop Llama a follow. Go and do it. Here's his link. Right there on YouTube. Go and show the man some love. Rio Maguire loses the ball. Wins it back though. Mordner darts through. Oh, actually gets a bit. Somehow he manages to get through the defensive mix up there. A little bit of luck, I think, on our side. To be honest, Rio does well, picks the ball up. Mordner just runs at the defender, runs at him. It's fine, they're getting each other's way. But you know what? He still manages to have that sort of whereabouts of what's going on. Smacks it up in the top corner. Llama going in at an 8.6 out of 10. Hey, Llama, you'd take that though, wouldn't you? On a Wednesday, 8.6. Oh, it's brilliant, mate. It's fantastic. I'd say I'm probably about, I don't know, I'm maybe coming up to like a 7.8, maybe 7.7. Start of the week, of course, I would probably been about, a 6.2, given the fact that I sounded a bit rough and a bit croaky. Wasn't great, but I think I'm improving. I think I'm feeling a bit better now. So yeah, I think I'm definitely on the up. But that's an assault. He's just punched him in the back of the head, I think, there. Clear penalty. No way you can argue about that. Maguire steps up. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy for Maguire. It's only his 6th goal of the season. He scored 15 last year, 14 of which were from the penalty spot. So there we go. Anything over 7 on a Wednesday is a win. She clears the runway for a 9 at the weekend. Exactly, Llama. You're on 8.6 already. You're flying, mate. Friday, you're going to be like, you're going to be on a 10 on a Friday. You're almost going to be tired by Saturday. Cadamarteri should have finished. Should have buried that. Right, Rio's got a knock here, so let's replace him with Hackney. I sort of thought I could try and rest him, to be honest. I'll be rabid by Friday. You will be, won't you? Everyone's going to have to watch out. Mordner's having a decent game, but he's starting to tire a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's bring him off, because he has played well. I'll put Vaughan on. Bangura, Hackney, Bangura. He's just dilly-dallies on the ball a little bit. Good save. We might have to drop a tiny bit here. So look to drop a little bit more. And then we're going to change our mentality from positive to balanced. And then we'll start to look to just kind of close this game out a smidge. Actually, we might even drop to our 4-5-1 just to see it through. They're not gonna get through this bit. to be honest. We should be able to see this one out. He says as there's a throw in deep in Oxford territory. McDonald clears it. That'll do. 3 points. That's what we need. It's not been a vintage performance, but it's been good enough, to be honest. Evening A15. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Okay, so we're going to chip another 3 points off that. That takes us down to 39. We need Halifax, of course, with a game in hand. Rio's out for 6 days, not a problem. As I say, not the greatest performance, but win's a win. Just finished watching the Celtic game. Okay, what was the score? Also, I suppose we should probably ask about the transfer window as well. Transfer deadline obviously finished last night. Transfer window closed in definitely in England. I think it's in the UK, but I might be wrong. Definitely in England last night. Obviously, some transfer windows are still open in parts of Europe. Thoughts, opinions? Anyone else been signed by Chelsea, or just do we all sort of take turns and eventually we all get a go? What are we thinking? King Kazu is the only transfer that matters. I know, Kaz. What a signing that is. Unreal, isn't it? I put that in the Discord earlier on, and I knew that you'd love that. I knew you'd love that. If anyone's unsure about what we're on about here, by the way, the oldest player in the game, both in terms of just like the oldest player in the game, as in if you wanted to actually try and say that as a thing, you can say that. He's 55. He's 55. And he plays in Japan, or at least he did play in Japan until yesterday when he got transferred to the second division of Portugal. So King Kazu is rocking it out in Portugal, 55 years old, still playing, still going strong. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Chelsea have signed a young striker from Southampton this morning, says A15. Have they? I don't think I saw that, so that's interesting to see what's happened there. Because Southampton got an Awachu, didn't they? Which I think is a great signing, to be honest. £3 million for a 16-year-old. That's a bargain. It's a bargain if you're Chelsea. Well, they've spread it over 18 years, the payments. Lama, I signed for Chelsea last night at 10.55. 18 million in a pack of Rolos. Pleased to have got my break. I mean, Lama, the fact that you've got a 42-year contract is exceptional as well. You've done well there, buddy. Very, very well. Has anyone got enough players left to field 11, or are they all at Chelsea now? I mean, I think that it is going to be the obvious one now, isn't it? They've got a bunch of players. I tell you who made a really, really good point. Dougie Critchley. Now he might be a name that not a lot of you will know. Some of you might know him, but he's a podcast producer. He's part of the Football Daily, and Sunderland fan as well. So I like him. And he put something on the lines of that Chelsea, yes, they've signed all these players. But the thing is, you've got to consider the fact that not all transfers work out. In fact, the vast majority of them tend not to. So they're going to be left with these players on big wages who they might not be able to move. So you've now got the issue of going, right, there's a bloated transfer market where no one can really compete with the likes of Chelsea to try and sell these players on. So what happens then? There's a big question mark on those players. Have got to get it right, I think. And yeah, Graham Potter, if he's given the time, then it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. So we shall see. Fat Nige, Man City spends £200 million ruining football. Chelsea spends £600 decent rebuild. I mean, I think everyone said that it's ruining football as well for Chelsea. I think Chelsea ruined football in the first instance, didn't they? With all the Abramovich money, they started pushing all the transfer fees up. So then, of course, Man City went and boosted up again. Now you've obviously got your Newcastle money coming in that's going to boost things up again, who have absolutely managed to do everything on a shoestring budget and have not spent a penny, apparently. Marseille getting Vitinha is the biggest transfer in mainland Europe. It's a huge deal, that, isn't it? A15. Absolutely incredible. Going off to Marseille. It's a great bit of business from them. Chelsea owners are building a multi-club group, though. I mean, that's a possibility, because obviously they have all these other sort of satellite clubs, don't they? Which, again, I guess, Man City have got. In fact, a lot of clubs have got now, to be honest. But yeah, they will sort of use their loan markets to the best of their ability. I think is probably the most polite way to say that about Chelsea. Mordner should have finished that one. Saw someone on YouTube talking about how they've got around FFP, giving 7-8 year contracts and spreading payments over 5 years. I mean, look, let's not beat around the bush here, okay? Nobody believes financial fair play is a thing. No one's ever believed it's a thing, because it was only ever put in place to stop clubs trying to compete with the top 6 clubs. That's what it was for. It was to allow the top 6 clubs to do whatever they wanted and to try and cap all the spending on everyone else. So it's not a surprise when you look at those clubs bending the rules a little bit more. So, and the thing is, well, Chelsea can make the money back. They can make that money back because they're a commercial entity as well. Same way that Liverpool are. Liverpool, again, there was an article in the Athletic about the financial stability of football clubs and who's actually quote unquote ran well. Liverpool come out on top as being the most financially well-driven football club. They generate money. They, of course, generate money all over the place with various different sponsors stuff. How's Duffy missed that one? And so when they do spend money, they spend it, but they make money at the same time. Game Breaker, appreciate the follow, very kind, thank you. Newcastle, of course, are second bottom in the Premier League for their financial stability. Nottingham Forest are last. But you've got those teams like Chelsea. Everton apparently were fourth, which is really interesting. Great finish from Morden there, 1-0. But it's unsurprising that these clubs are spreading the payments over longer periods. I think we've noticed this during COVID. There's no teams don't pay for players up front, and probably haven't done for the last 10-15 years. Spread payments have been a thing for a long time, and now it's just the Premier League is kind of able to still facilitate that money. But look at Barcelona, look what happens eventually. Eventually it catches up with you. You're putting all this faith into getting, into constantly getting Champions League, and then not just Champions League, but then having to win the Champions League, win Premier League titles. Presuming that the TV money is going to keep going up, presuming that gate receipts are going to keep going up. That's what you're gambling on. And of course it doesn't always work like that. As 33 says, we've been spreading payments on FM since 2012. So of course clubs are going to still do it now, but we're just spreading more money over longer periods because that's what happens, And all this talk of 8-year contracts. The 8-year contract is only a thing because in the Premier League there's no buyout clause like you have in Spain, for example, where you get a contract and you get a player going, he's got a £400 million buyout clause, and everyone's going, no one's going to pay that. Well, of course they're not, but that's what those clubs in the league have to have buyout clauses. And you are literally buying out their contract. So that's why it's in there. That's why the figures are always stupid. And it's, to try and bring the money back in, because La Liga just was losing money and wasn't getting money back in from things like TV deals, because obviously they were able to negotiate their own deals, hence why Barcelona and Real Madrid had all the money and everyone else had no money. Unsurprisingly, that the clubs in the Premier League wanted a similar model. Of course they did, because who would want to negotiate that? The top clubs. They wanted a space league because they wanted more money. That's exactly how it's going to be, A15 saw a cracking stat about Forest. Forest have 34 players over the age of 21 for their 25-man squad. Excellent. I don't know what they've done. I don't know how they've managed it. Didn't they sign 20 players like in July and August? That's frightening, absolutely frightening. Ferran Torres' buyout clause is $1 billion. Wow. It makes sense. And then you still hear Barcelona trying to be like, oh, we're going to try and sign this player. Going, but you can't. You can't. You're not allowed to buy players, Barcelona. You know this. You've been told many, many times you can't buy players. Stop it. Stop being silly. They just can't help themselves, can they? Yeah, but I want a new player. Yeah, but you can't have one. Stop it. Barcelona sold their TV rights for 25 years. Yeah. Jordan, I'm not sure why Barca is showing up as an asterisk there. But yeah, I presume you've written Barcelona anyway. Yeah, they're selling TV rights in the future, and it's just silly, isn't it? Like, why would you risk the financial insecurity, the financial future of your football club on things like that? It's just not what you're after, is it? Again, not a great result, not a great performance there, sorry, but we'll take a good result. Another 1-0 win nudges us a little bit closer to that title, doesn't it? Take off 33 points, that takes us to 36 points. And it looks like Halifax drew. So what do we do now? Do we take 2 points off for Halifax? Is that what we're working as? Someone in here might be able to work the maths out. So Wrexham and Halifax now, both with a game in hand. We're 13 points clear of Wrexham. Blakey out for a couple of days. So I had to go to court to register Gavi on the same day they approached City to loan Bernardo Silva. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the thing. They just don't learn, do they? They don't learn. Like, and then trying to get rid of Depay, who they had to haggle with to get him in January, and then going, oh, we might try and get rid of him in January. Going, but you just don't need, literally trying to get these players registered so that other clubs don't have them. And as you say, buying all players with no sell-on. What about Spurs paying off Doherty to join Atletico? I mean, that is a great one. That is a great one. The whole situation there. Now, if you're a fan of the Football Manager show, by the way, you will know that I have waxed lyrical about Matt Doherty all season, about how in-game he's the most versatile player. Okay? Now, that's because when we do search for a star, okay, we use attributes. Roughly 15 is kind of our benchmark, okay? We have 4 or 5 main attributes that we look for each position. And Doherty hits every single one. Whenever we try and search someone, Matt Doherty always shows up. So I'm sitting there going, right, like, you know, Matt Doherty is clearly the greatest footballer in FM. He's the most versatile player in FM. He's going to be brilliant. He's going to be brilliant. And then all of a sudden, he's not only just brilliant, he's Atletico Madrid brilliant. So therefore, Diego Simeone clearly listens to the Football Manager show. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. James Farrell-Kane, we quite like the look of him. But I think we're going to wait for just now. 6'4", 20 years old. Big lad. How far behind are Halifax? Halifax are now 14 points behind us, and it's 13 points for Wrexham, to be honest. They're reaching the limits with loans. That release from his contract. And again, nobody worked that out. At Tottenham, going, we've loaned out too many players. So rather than the deal, so again, look at this as to how this works, right? Atletico Madrid were presumably thinking that they were going to get a player for free, I'm guessing that they were thinking they weren't going to be paying his wages. Who knows? Let's say, for example, that they didn't think they were paying wages. Okay, fine. You look at that, not a problem. Then all of a sudden, you get a phone call going, right, he's not coming in on loan, but they've released him on a free. It's going to cost you X, Y, and Z per week to bring him in. Now, obviously at that point, presumably there's an obligation for them to sign the player, because what if they turned around and said no? Just went, nah, not for us, lads. Like, all of a sudden he's then left without a club, theoretically, right? And what? And then he's sat on the free transfer list. Transfer window shuts. All of a sudden, Matt Doherty's without a club. Tottenham have paid off his contract, released him. What a farce. What an absolute farce. Halifax have lost to East Leigh. And it's our boy Peppel with the goal. Loving that. Timmy Abrahams gets a goal. Also Tristan Abrahams. I thought it was Timmy Abrahams. Gets himself a goal. Halifax are starting to flounder. They're 14 points behind. Chelsea sending the wrong paperwork repeatedly to PSG, so the Ziyech deal couldn't get done. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shithousery in it. In terms of how football plays out. Halifax are going to get 23 points more than your current total if they win everything. So Oxford need 24 points and Halifax can't touch us. 24 points. Right, so remember 36. Right. 24. 4 divided by 3. Technically, 8 games. We need 8 more wins theoretically then, is that right? Right, let's nudge a bit of money around, shall we? How much do we need here? Still not a lot. Still not enough, is it really? I don't want to nudge too much though, because there is part of me thinking that if he doesn't want to come, he doesn't want to come. Is he a good enough striker though to have and be desperate with? Well, anyway, he will come down a bit. Look at that. He wanted 4. We've nudged him down to 2.5. You know, you win the league if you put 11 of us on the pitch. Yes, get the chat on. Absolutely. Now PSG are saying they'll never do business with Chelsea again. I mean, look at that. What a world we live in where PSG are the moral arbiters of football, saying, you know what? I think the way that Chelsea handle themselves is a bit disgusting. Yeah, good one, PSG. Yeah, great one, that. Football's weird, isn't it? Football's proper weird. Hello, Beyond Ultra Gaming. Welcome in, pal. Nice to see you. There's a signing ad that I saw that I was a fan of. Okay, there was a fan I saw. A transfer I saw, which I was a fan of, and that was Sabitzer to Man U. I like that as a transfer. I think that's a really smart bit of business. Goes under the radar, and all of a sudden, he's just like, ooh, him and Casemiro at centre midfield. I quite like that. Man United, the baby face of the Carabao Cup final. Oh, like 100%. Everybody wants United to win. Right now, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we're going for. Welcome, North there. Welcome, New England Patriots. It says not everyone's Man U to win. To be fair, Newcastle winning the Carabao Cup is like Roman Reigns winning the first ever belt that Vince McMahon insisted on him winning. Nobody wanted it. and they just boo the idea of it happening. Oh God, here he comes, Mr. Predictable, being put over. You know, and there's only Newcastle fans want Newcastle to win, to be honest. You know, whole Premier League and PSG transfer business made Bayern look like saints. This is the things, aren't it? This is the thing. It's just all a bit odd. Monaret, new striker, yeah. Well, I think Daniel Aguru has got a bit of potential for us. Okay, so 25 years old, runs with the ball down the right, which is quite handy. Likes to beat the offside trap, good. Attempts overhead kicks, excellent. Knocks ball past opponents, lovely. After the pain of the last couple of decades, I can't. I've said it too many times. Somebody else explain the Newcastle situation, because it's nowhere near as bad as Newcastle fans have made it out to be. Nowhere near. Mike Ashley didn't buy a striker once. Boo hoo hoo. Oh, all of a sudden he's a terrible chairman. Oh. It's not that at all. Ask any club who've been taken into administration, taken out of the Football League. Pretty much clubs don't even exist anymore. That's terrible chairman. Mike Ashley sold the club because it was financially stable. That's all that happened. I suppose we never suffered League One. We enjoyed League One. League One was great. Real football gets played down there. That's where teams who've been shafted end up. Like Leeds ended up in League One with dreadful owners. Portsmouth ended up in League One with dreadful owners. Bolton ended up in League One with dreadful owners. Blackpool ended up in League One with dreadful owners. Oldham were relegated out of the Football League. Southampton, yeah, see loads of teams. You know, Coventry, for example, Derby, Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, that's the bad owners. That's the bad owners, I think. You know, I think 3 seasons of the Championship isn't the worst thing in the grand scheme of things. Do you know what I mean? Mike Ashley hamstring them in the league. No, they didn't. No, he didn't hamstring them in the league. They were playing where they were expected to be. They had 3 seasons in the Championship. Mike Ashley didn't hamstring them at all. If he did, they wouldn't have signed Joe Linton. They wouldn't have signed Almiron. They signed players. They signed a lot of players. What he wasn't doing was reckless spending, because he was trying to get the club in a position to sell it. That's the thing. That's how I see it anyway. You know, and what he did was he waited until the shadiest fuckers in the world turned up and then sold it. So all of a sudden, you know, there we are. You've gone from a bad owner to the worst owners in the world. You know, Swansea Division 4, Division 1 to Division 4 and back again. There you go. Yeah. Equally, since Howe's come in, does prove how bad Bruce did with that squad. Bruce didn't have £200 million spent on it. Eddie Howe also worked on a shoestring budget at Bournemouth that was backed by Russian billionaires. You know, you can have 200 million quid. Granted, some teams spend it badly, right? So we can say the recruitment was good. But without 200 million quid, that team's still going down. Or still struggling like it was with Steve Bruce. And Steve Bruce is a bad manager, let's face it. That's not the issue. Steve Bruce is a bad manager. That's a thing. Eddie Howe is a good manager. But Eddie Howe also had the luxury of £200 million. I'm not saying that Steve Bruce with £200 million would have done any well. He wouldn't have done. He'd have spent it badly. But he was given a bit of a knee up, you know? Exactly. The fact that he was signing players for big money, you know, that definitely helps. Eddie Howe took Bournemouth from League 2 to the brink of administration of the Premier League and kept them up. He's a top-class manager. He is Hobbsy. But as I say, Bournemouth also had a few quid in the coffers. You know, so welcome in, Lelujo. Hello, pal. How are you, buddy? Welcome. You've joined us, by the way, at the moment when we're playing Farnsley Celtic in the FA Trophy 5th round. Hope you're good. We're about to see as well Daniel Agru, who's just been signed from Sunderland for £32,000. So there we go. Big cash money indeed. Churn Turtle, hello, welcome in. Shirko in with a nut raid as well. Everybody, Wandering Bolts here. Hello. Let's do some proper hellos for all these people who are just dropping in. And following Mako, welcome in. Alex Clem, Shawnee, Serious Chase, Ryan Gooding, Declan 3, all with the follows. Very much appreciate you as well there. Bertie, of course, there. Coops as well. Nice to see you all. This, by the way, if we're unfamiliar with what's going on, we are doing the British Steel Challenge right now. The aim of the save is to win everything we possibly can in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. 35 trophies to win. We're in season 8. We've currently won 5 of them, and we are at Oxford United in the National League at the minute. Basically, where we are is we're playing this match now, Farsi Celtic in the FA Trophy 5th round. Oxford, yeah, unfortunately 2-2 Tim, are in non-league. They got relegated before I turned up, so it's not my fault, right? I turned up just so they were relegated to the National League. We missed out on promotion last season on the final day of the season. We tried our best, we got within a whisker of it, missed out. Then got to the playoff final, lost that, because, you know, that's where the real drama is. This season, we've managed to, we sold a couple of players, which has generated a bit of money. So we haven't spent that money. We've still got 600 grand left in our transfer kitty. Imagine that, non-league, 600 grand from self-made as well. And we're top of the league, halfway through the season. We've calculated it. We think we need to win 8 games to win the league. Okay, so that's where we're at. And if we win the FA Trophy as well, that'll really help us for this season. Then we'll be into the Football League, start looking at sort of like trying to rebuild that squad going forward to push on. Other people who dropped in for follow: Luke Adamson, Luar, Booker Joe, Iona Evans. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much, of course, Lujo, for the raid. Hope the stream was good, by the way. Do let me know what the crack was over at Lujo's end. What's been happening, and if you are brand new, by the way, let me know who you're managing in the game as well. It's always nice to find that out. Lelliot, welcome in. Appreciate you. Discord link, by the way, is there for anyone who's brand new and fancies it. And also, probably consider listening to the Football Manager Show, the podcast that we have every single Wednesday. New episode dropped today. Rogie, lovely bit of football. Maguire should have tapped that in, to be honest. How do they get match analysis to look like that, asked Alex. It's part of the skin. So Tato skin is the one that you want to be doing. So get yourself downloading that. I like it really nice and clean. And then what you can do as well is you've got everything on here, so you can break it all down as to what goes on during the match. Lelliot, what trophies have we won so far? I will show you that at the end of this match. We're going to have a quick little nosy as to what we've done so far. I can give you a breakdown of the save before we get to that point. Blakey, Rogue with the head off from the side of the bar and away. Basically, we start unemployed, the way the save works. We start unemployed. You have no experience, no badges. You have to just apply for all the jobs that are available. We started out at Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland, 3rd Division. And it was good fun, really, really good fun. A couple of players from the club ended up in the stream, which is pretty cool. Nice to chat to them. We stabilised ourselves in the first season. Second season, got promoted into the Northern Irish Championship and won a cup. We then didn't think we were going to get promoted, to be honest. Portadown got relegated from the Premiership, so we went, should we go to Portadown, see if we can win something there? We did. We moved to Portadown. Did we win something? No, we didn't. In fact, actually, things were quite bad at Portadown. Not bad, but we were sort of treading water a little bit, to be honest. We took a thumping 5-0 defeat against Dungannon in the Premiership in the semi-final of a cup. And we're like, oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Dungannon job comes available. We thought, shall we apply for that job? Because they're sat bottom of the league. They've not won a game in the league all season. We could apply for that, get into the cup final, and then see what happens. Got the job, won the cup final, looked like we were about to get relegated, so jumped straight from the job there. I think we managed about 11 games in total. Because it's all about winning things. It's not about staying at the club and building a dynasty. Left there, somehow we failed upwards in that summer we got offered the Linfield job, who finished the season in second position. So we went from a team who was struggling to a team who finished second, and all of a sudden we were like, right, this is just easy at this point. We basically turned up and steamrolled the league, won 1 cup, we should have won 4, really. And at that point we're like, right, what do we do next? We left, we came to the National League with Oxford. So this is where we are, to be honest, and it's been really good fun, like I say, 8 seasons in, enjoying it. It's a challenge, it's a proper grinding one, but you know, we're all about, you know, lower league and non-league down here, so it's a fun one. Here's a good one. It says here, Jens has said Kev has ended his playoffs curse. Congratulations, Kev. Nice to get the playoffs done. I always say, as everyone does, the playoffs is the best way to win, it's the worst way to lose, and we did that. We did that, unfortunately, last season, so we're familiar with it. We are familiar with it. Hayne Dog, what trophies have you won so far? Did you miss any you need to go back for? Yeah. So what we'll do is we're gonna once this match finishes, I'll show you the trophies we've done, because the way the save is you do have to go back and win these again. So at some point we are gonna have to go back to the Northern Irish 3rd Division again, because one of the cup competitions is regional, and you can only win it if you're in a certain region. In the 3rd Division, Ogwuru with a goal on his debut. That justifies his signing from Sunderland, 30 grand. There you go, he's already starting to pay that back. Brilliant finish, to be honest. Mordner with the ball inside. Duffy, what a through ball that is. Agwuru, edge of the area. Past the keeper, 1-0. Beautiful, beautiful. Beyond ultra game. I got stuck into a lower league management. Finally in a journeyman. Finally in a journeyman save where I only manage teams who have German as an official language. So I'm currently managing in the Belgian 4th tier with KSK Heist. Oh, I quite like that. That's ridiculous though. I quite like it. That's needlessly complicated. Beyond ultra, I like that. Is there a time limit on the save, asks Roundy? Not really. I mean, well, FM24 I guess is the is where the time limit probably cuts off. We've been doing this, Alex, since day one. So once FM23 dropped, we started the save, and this is going to be my long-term save for all of FM23, because I've sort of got in my head this will take us about 50 seasons if we even get it done. So the fact we're up to season 8 now suggests that I'm probably on track for 50. In my head I'd like to do it within 30 in my head, but I think we're probably pushing it a little bit much now, because there will be some trophies you can win a couple at a time and stack them up, and that'll really help you. But yeah, I think that if we can get it done in 50, that basically with 35 trophies, 50 allows me 15 seasons to win nothing. A little bit of adjustment with some teams and stuff. You know, maybe like some wait for a better team to come available for us to jump to, because as I say, the moves are kind of going to have to be motivated by winning. So it's not normally how I play. I normally like to sort of take a team and build them and then move on when the time's right. With this, we do have to jump ship if there's a possibility of moving to a club that's in a better position to win a trophy or get promoted. So we might look at a team who are maybe, say for example, we go up with Oxford, and next season we do okay in League 2. Midway through the season after, if we're still just doing okay in League 2, we might have to look at, is it better to just be okay for 3 years, or do we look to a team in League 1 who are going to get relegated and come back down, and are they in a better position to win League 2 and get promoted again? Or do we consider moving off to Scotland maybe and trying to sort of go and do something over there? So that's what we're kind of going to have to look at, and that's going to be the bit we're going to have to try and balance those decisions, and that's the bit that's fun, you know, and that's the bit that's fun. That's the bit that's difficult with this save as well. So we'll see how we get on with it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit different. It's still a journeyman, which is kind of what I like, and it's lower league, which is what I like. Having a save based on winning things, I'm not massively sure about, because people who are familiar to my stream will know that I'm not a manager who wins a lot of stuff. We tend to have fun rather than winning. So yeah, that's going to be interesting, sort of seeing how we get on with that. But yeah, we're gonna get there. Tony doesn't win trophies; he writes stories. That's where we are. Mac and Cheese, appreciate the follow. Shaz Dan, appreciate the follow. Robson Magic as well, and It's a Sarong. Bless you all for following. Very kind indeed. Yeah, we stream Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, by the way. Great header from Alfie Gilchrist. That should put us in the next round of the cup now. I say should. There's still 5 minutes to go, plus a bit of stoppage time. There's no guarantees in FM, of course. But that's a decent header. Cobbler Sean. The chat is always fun, though. Exactly. That's what it's about, isn't it? We all have a nice time. A15 starting by Bradford save today. Excellent stuff. Balls over the top. There's Peterson Powell. How's he missed that? I mean, we're saying there about it's not over just yet. It should have been right there, shouldn't it? We'll slip back into our 4-5-1, I reckon. Go a bit more defensive tick-attacker with Bradford. It could be done. It could be done. It can be done. It will be done. I think you're the person to do it, A15. Maguire just loses the ball slightly. Duffy pings it up over the top. Aguero. He's done all right on his debut, hasn't he? Rogie. Duffy. Ball's played back in. Not quite through to him. Excuse me. Nice ball. Keeper's got that. He's got a goal. That's all he needs to do. Exactly. Just get a goal. That's what you're paid to do, right? There we go. Got ourselves a win. We're in the next round of the cup. That's the important thing. Hazel Ale, appreciate the follow as well. Very kind. Now we can show you what we've won. More importantly, what we haven't at this point. So this is where we are, right? 8 seasons in, as I say, okay? So we went into Northern Ireland. Now, anything that's ticked off in green, that's what we've won, okay? Anything that's ticked off in yellow, that's what we can currently win this season in the save. Anything that's red is a trophy that we are competing for this season but been knocked out of already. So, for example, you can see there in Northern Ireland, we won the Danske Bank Premiership. We didn't win the Championship. Now, leagues are defined by either winning the title or winning or being promoted via the playoffs. So we have to go back and still do something in the Championship in Northern Ireland. We did, however, get promoted from the 3rd division by the playoffs. We haven't won the Northern Irish Cup or the Bet McLean League Cup. The Steel and Sons Cup is a regional competition, so we can only enter that for teams who are in the top division, I think. Or the top 2 divisions, I think, sorry, so not the 3rd division. So we need to go and do a team who can be competing on that level. And the Evs Bank Northwest Senior is a 3rd division cup only. So we definitely have to go back and do the 3rd division again, frustratingly. We can also win the SPFL Trust Trophy in Northern Ireland as well, and possibly as a Welsh team, just to make things a little bit more confusing. And then, like I say, we're in the National League now, also competing for the FA Trophy, and sadly, already knocked out of the FA Cup. Ironically, to Peterborough, which I guess would be quite a nice little bit of narrative for Kev there. We also had a big Peterborough save ourselves in FM21, so a bit frustrated to have lost to Peterborough. Lovely that we got to play Peterborough. They're always going to have a place in our heart. We've got the Peterborough shirt and everything. But yeah, sadly they beat us 2-0 this time. So they go into the 4th round of the FA Cup. We get knocked out. It's fine. We don't need the FA Cup this season. We'll attack it again with a better cup, a better team later on. Sorry. The greens ones are ones that I've won. Yes, that's right, Shiz. Green. Anything that's ticked off in green, I have definitely won. Ali Mayer says 5. That there's more than 5. There's not more than 5. We pop it back on there. There's 1, which there's a couple of them that's sort of like a two sort of lines. So Danske Bank is 1. Premier is 2. County Antrim Shield is 3. Macomb's Coach Travel Intermediate Cup is 4. And the Euroelectrics Mid-Ulster Cup is 5. So yeah, they span onto a second line, unfortunately. So it does look like we've won more, but sadly that is only 5 trophies. Steel and Sons Cup can be won by controlling the reserves and youth team of some major teams. Yes, that's right. I think some of the Linfield reserves won it, so we should have. Now we have to win. We have to control those teams, though, don't we? So that'll be interesting. We can't. So Linfield reserves won that, I think, but we didn't manage them. So I think we have to try and either win that. Yeah, we have to try and win that again, I think. That's gonna be difficult, especially if we have to go back and do a third divisioner as well. Also as well, what you might have noticed there is that the Vanarama National is in there, the Vanarama North is in there, and the Vanarama South is in there, along with the Cymru South and Cymru North divisions in Wales. Yes, if you get promoted from one into the league above, you have to still go back and down and do the other one as well, just to make it that little bit more soul destroying. Because we've come into the Vanarama National League, but we still have to win the National South and National North. Oh God. It's just horrible, isn't it? It's just horrible. Why have I done this? Why have I chosen this as a thing? I'm not sure this sounds like fun. I mean, Enders, this unfortunately is right up my street. This is what I think is fun, believe it or not. We not ticked extra time there, bugger. Loving a good Northern Irish third tier save. Yes, serious cheers. You know exactly what we're talking about there. Patriots said, I did it with Ballymena a few years ago to control the reserve team for the cup matches. If I'd have known about that, well, I'll learn. It serves me right, that one. If that serves me right. I should have read that one properly, shouldn't I? We'll see how we get. Has there been an update in the January transfer window? Not yet. The transfer window only closed last night, so I can't think it's going to be anytime soon. There's normally a couple of weeks between the transfer window shutting and then the update coming out. So I'd imagine mid-February, late February possibly, you might get one in. Woolrich, welcome in, appreciate the follow, very kind, nice to have you in. Hello, mad scientist, how the devil are you, sir? If everyone's not familiar with the mad scientist's work, by the way, go and check him out. He's the man, of course, who created the wonderful 93-94 database. He made a 01-02 database. He's making a 98-99 database for this very version right now, and it'll be out imminently, I believe. So yeah, go and have him, go and give him some love, drop him a follow, keep your eyes peeled for that work that he's doing as well. Hello Tinks, welcome in, nice to have you. Urian, gotta love a save that starts unemployed without any credentials. For me Urian, that's the only way to manage. I get it, play the game how you want to play it, completely agree, but I'm not one for going in at the top and taking Real Madrid or Barcelona or Man United or Arsenal, whatever. That's not for me. Like, I'd rather build up from the bottom, and see what happens. Like, it'll be great. Do it that way. Has anyone ever completed the British Steel? Probably loads, to be honest. Whether I can or not is going to be the question, Matt. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. I'm still relatively confident that we can get something out of it, but you never know, right? You never know. Cass, Reims are getting fined 25 grand a game because their manager doesn't have his badges. I know. So we spoke about this on the pod a little bit as well today. 22 grand a match, okay? 25 grand a match. Have Reims got a player in their squad who's earning 25 grand a week? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I wonder, are they essentially paying, they're paying more in fines than they would be for a player? So they've got to believe in Will Still, surely, to think, right, he's worth paying the fine for. You know what I mean? Like, It's crazy. He's doing a great job, by the way. A great job. He's got Balogun flying, which is nice to see. I think anyone who plays FM, seeing Balogun getting goals is always good. Jordan Gold, Barcelona say would be good, trying to sort them out. Each to their own, I guess, Jord. For me, not really something for me to be involved on, but yeah, some people love it. I know Kev did it. Kev did a Barcelona save with the finances, but for me, I'm just like, I don't know. Nah, I'm not really fussed. You know, I like a save that's got longevity to it. Like last year, we tried to do a Build a Nation in Indonesia, didn't work. We might go back to it and do a Build a Nation next year, possibly. But I don't know. I need long-term saves. I can't just do short ones. That's what she said. Woolrich, did you coach and badge along the way? Done a couple. I'm currently, where's my profile here? I am currently National B license. So we've done a couple. You know, the fact we've been here for another year, Oxford might be interested in giving us a crack at the A license over the summer. So we'll ask about it. Because again, the more we can improve ourselves, then the better. You know, the better our manager becomes in game. So hopefully that'll sort of help move us along as well. So you never know. You never know. Surprised he didn't get Freddie Sardi to Reims. I'm not sure. Would that be? That could be. Is that a decent signing? Possibly. Is that Balogun getting a hat trick tonight? 4-2 win. Oof. The idea of save where I have to fix finances terrifies me. I destroy finances. I'm in £700 million in transfer debt. Racky a time. What are you doing? Talk to us about this. This is crazy. New England Patriots. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. I know we got off to a bit of a shaky start there, but I appreciate that you've stuck with it. And dropped the follow. That's very kind of you. Thank you, man. So let's see where. And so Aguero got himself a goal. So I think he deserves another goal. So let's keep him as a pressing forward actually as well. I quite liked him playing that pressing role. Actually, let's put him as a pressing forward and defend, because is that game going forward. Hello Dan, how are you, pal? Welcome back in. Hope life's treating you well. Cheltenham wanting Hayden Hackney. Casey wanted by Gillingham. Saving finances is half the fun. I think it is. Most of the time in these sorts of saves, we try not to spend money, but we've spent it a couple. We've spent big on like one or two signings just for moments where we're like, right, we've just got to get this trophy one, got to get this league one. Like with Linfield, for example, we spent 500 grand on a player, which we shouldn't have done. But we just thought if we get him, then he doesn't play for one of the rivals. And when he comes on, he's going to guarantee us some points. So we're like, right, let's just drop the money on there. At Oxford, we've managed a couple of players. We bought a couple of players in there that, in fact, we haven't spent massive. Like I turned down the chance to sign a player for 160 grand. I was like, we could get him. Then I was like, that's a lot of money, you know? Appreciate it, Dan, thank you. Mac and cheese, what's the favourite team you've managed? I mean, Banbridge was a lot of fun. Mac and cheese, it was a lot of fun because I'd never managed in the 3rd division of Northern Ireland before, so it was different, okay? So that was interesting. We had a bit of back and forth with some of the players, which was good fun. We were learning it together as a community, as a stream. So that was great. Because we were expected to lose and finish bottom, anything we did was brilliant. We all celebrated achievements with that. It was our first trophies as well this game cycle. So we were delighted with that. But I'll be honest, I think we're playing some lovely stuff with Oxford. Really, really lovely stuff with Oxford. This save, they are looking good. Linfield, we called Winfield because it was just a case of like turn up and get the 3 points. It was almost like cheating a little bit, managing Linfield. So that was fun, but soulless. Whereas Oxford, I feel like turning something, and we're getting some good performances in here. If we're talking overall, what's the favourite team that I've managed on stream? Peterborough has been the favourite one that we've had. Like, that was just the club that created us, to be honest, as a community, and we fell into it. We started managing Sunderland, we got sacked, and then we picked up the Peterborough job, and we had the battle to keep us in the division. Saved ourselves on the final day of the season. It was brilliant, great drama. And then we ended up leaving. We came back, we saved them again, won all the pizza cups in the world, and it was just fun. Got them into the Premier League, had our moment. That was the team. That save had everything, to be honest. So are we going to stick around with Oxford, see if we can go to the EPL? I mean, I'm not sure if we can get to the EPL with them, but you never know. I mean, just because we're looking at this team now and thinking we haven't got it in us, who knows what's going to happen in the future? Like, if the thing is, if the plan is, of course, trophies, if we still look like we're on for trophies, then we'll keep pushing with Oxford and we'll go as far as we can go. If there's some opportunities that come up that look like we can win, but it means we have to move, then there might be a couple of decisions we have to make. But we'll see. We're not adverse to it. We'll have to see. But at the minute, I think the football that we're playing is pretty good, to be honest. So not massively in a desire to move right now. Tinks asked, does the pod still have the tactical section? Do you think RDF would actually help a Spurs team? I think he would. I think he'd help Spurs team. Yeah, why would he not? We do still have the Tactics Garage. Yeah, send us a tweet with what you got, Tinks, and we'll have a little look at it and see what we can do. So if he doesn't do it, I'll help out. I'm Tony Tactics now. So, although having said that, though, the tactics information I did give didn't necessarily yield a playoff victory. Bale Harrison, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you very much. RDF's latest tactics video is with Spurs as enders. There you go. See? Yeah, he'll do it. He's not. I think he hates doing it, but yes, he will do it. Blake with a cross in, headed away. Rogan nods it back. Casey back to Lintott. You're not going to score from there. I'm so stupid. And Guru's on a 6.1. It's not really going to get a goal, is he? Bring Thorne on now, but not sure that's the right time. He's got a sweet spot for Spurs. I think he probably has, to be honest. Also, as well, appreciate you as well, Zar. You were here for the losing to the under-21s, Sunderland under-21s match. That's proper OG. Thorne with an effort. Great save. There's a few of us in here are OGs. Thorne's offside, I think. Yeah. Tony Tactics works best when he has his gang of scouts helping him, surely. Yeah, sometimes I'm just left to my own devices, though. That's the problem, and that's when all kinds of madness can happen. Hello, Bertie. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Bonsoir. Appreciate the bits. Very kind indeed. Hope life's treating you good. Go and drop Bertie a follow, by the way, guys, if you can do, if you haven't already done so. Because Bertie's one of these guys who's actually in the game, so definitely go and check him out. Now, unfortunately, we've dropped points. Wrexham secured some points, so that means we're not going to win the league in 8 games' time. It's going to nudge up to 9, I reckon now. So I'm very good, thank you, Bertie. I'm now nudging towards the Vanarama national title. Hopefully. Where are you in the save? I've tried to get you. I think we're going to try you again though in the summer when our head of sports science leaves. Because there you are, you're still here. You're out of contract, so I reckon we can get you this time. Okay. So I'm going to get you in either as a sports scientist or as a physio. I know you prefer as a physio, but you're a sports scientist at this point. At Barnet, so if we can get you in, I still wouldn't want to be at that club. Well, you're obviously settled. You're settled, Bertie. You ain't moving nowhere, apparently. So yeah, you've had 10 years there, so I think it's time for you to move. I think it's time for you to come to Oxford, come and hang out with us. So what I'll do is I'll move you. So we've got staff here. Where's our staff? There's our medical team. We'll shift one of these guys out. Our head of sports science is coming to the end of his contract in the summer, so we'll have a little look. Funny enough, you nearly got a job at Oxford in real life. Really? Interesting. There you go. See? Life imitating art. Well, yeah. Go and drop it down. Go and drop it down on a follow, by the way, for Bertie. Save's going well. Save's going very well, thank you. Yeah, we're having fun. Me personally, I'm doing all right. I'm in a good space right now. I think we are. Well, the throat's clearing up. I'd lost my voice last week, so Monday's stream was like, "Hello, everybody. How are we getting on?" So that was a bit grim. Didn't really have a lot of fun with that one. Gymming's going slow, and basically I've had this. I had a chest infection on from New Year's Eve to. From New Year's Day, I should say. Until like about maybe a week ago, 10 days ago, or something possibly. So finally got that shifted. So that's kind of had me knackered a little bit and just not being able to sort of like do a great deal without feeling as though I'm really fatigued. Then obviously, let's say this week I've got this sort of throat thing going on, but I am definitely sort of in the right zone to get myself back in and get some stuff done. I'm working in the office tomorrow and Friday, so I can't work out during lunchtime, but. And then Mrs. J's out on the lash all weekend to go and do a hen do. So I probably won't get the gym over the weekend. Hello, Lindsay Crane. How are you? Welcome. How was your stream? How are you getting on? Nice to see you streaming yourself, by the way. So welcome in. Should say, by the way, everyone. Lindsay's just read in. Lindsay's my sister-in-law, by the way. So go and drop her a follow. She's just started streaming herself. She's been doing some stuff with Dark Rift horror films as well. So she's been doing that. But she's now branching out into her own thing. So yeah, go and drop her a follow and give her a little nudge. We should be able to get her over the line for affiliate, I think, as well. Because she's only just got into it herself. So yeah, go and get that one done. And Mrs. J on the lash, 100%. She's got that one sorted out. Whereas I'm going to be sat basically flying solo with the kids, going like, "This is great. This is so much fun." So much fun. It's gonna be horrific. Yeah, also as well worth dropping Lindsay a shout if you're into Disney Dreamlight. So go and check it out. But yes, in terms of my gymming, that's where we're at, Bertie. We will be back on it next week properly. We'll do little bits in the house. I'll try and do like some sort of bodyweight stuff, or at least some stretching, because I can feel myself tightening up again, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with it. It's my best mate's hen do, not just me being fuck it, I'm off for a weekend. I said a hen do, Mrs. J, just before you turned up, so don't be like, oh yeah, I didn't say that. I did say that. Right, Lucas Tawdry, I like the look of this guy. I don't think he's a striker, I think he's a winger. Acceleration 15, crossing and dribbling 13 and 14. That's what we want. Dribbling very high, of course. Balance is decent, 15. Agility is good, 15. So, and potentially good enough for League One standards. So maybe we have a look at him a little bit closer. I'm not gonna let him come on loan. 47 grand. That's not a lot, you know. That's not a lot. We have got the money, so we can start to look at players for next season as well. But I don't know whether we'll have enough for his wages. So we'll see how we get on. In terms of balancing out the points, Nige, calculation is the maximum number of points Halifax can get, and then Oxford just have to get more than that. True. So we're 10 points clear of Wrexham, and we are 12 clear of Halifax. So I think we're still on course. Still on course. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games left. We've only played 3 games. Times 3 is 42, minus the 10 points we are clear of Wrexham. 32 points left to win. Let's divide that by 3, so that's 10 games. So yeah, we should theoretically 10 more wins, and we've got to play them both as well. So we're playing York now, then we play Wrexham, and we play Halifax. So Dagenham and Redbridge have just chucked themselves in as well for a little bit of fun. So I think it's going to go, yeah, this next few matches could be interesting. Like things, you talk about moments in a season, you talk about season defining moments, and I don't want to over egg it, but I think we're getting towards these season defining moments right now. And these things could matter. Get our points, we're fine. Miss a couple of opportunities. It's not done, but we're then letting things slip. Like, you know, don't want to get to the point where we're letting 6 points slip. This does not slip. That's not happening right now. We're not doing that. We're going to go for it, right? Talk about narrative. Exactly, Cass. We're building it up to knock ourselves down, aren't we? Kane, appreciate the follow, by the way. Appreciate you for that. Broad Cyst as well. Appreciate your follow. Very kind. After these sets of games, it could be all down to nothing, or we're miles ahead. I mean, yeah, it is literally that. As I say, these are huge, huge matches. Also, talk about narrative. We're playing York. I'm currently sat in York right now. Like, last season on FM23, we had a great time at York. Loved it. This time around, we don't want much from York. I'm going to continue eating my cheesecake, by the way, as well. So, right, Halifax going to get 30 points. Minus the 10 you're ahead, you need 21 points. 7 wins. 7 wins, says Nigel. Nigel's the mathematician. He's worked it all out for us. 7 wins, chat, and we're champions. That's not going to be tonight. I've just looked at the time. That ain't going to be tonight. Friday night, Mrs. J's on the lash. We could be having a promotion party, a title winning party. The trouble is, though, I'm on the wagon, so we're not going to be getting that champagne. To crack open the Guinness Zeros, won't we? Ooh, let's celebrate with some tonic water. Rogie with a wonderful goal. Beautiful finish. What a free kick. Stream tomorrow. There you go. Right, you all heard it. We said earlier on, by the way, Mrs. J, we did say you're doing some makeup practice, so you're still allowed to stream. So, right, there you go, everyone. Tomorrow, championship party, okay? Tomorrow night, stream happening. Bring a dessert. Oh God, I can't have another dessert, can I? Shouldn't really. Some sort of trophy cake. Good ball in. Rogie with the header there. Don't say it out loud. I know, Cass. I know. You know what? You see it. You see those words leave my mouth, and when I hear those words, I hear it at the same time as you guys, and I go, "Oh, I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say that at all. That's a silly thing to say out loud." But you know what? There's fun. There's fun in creating the sadness for yourself. Sing the song. I'm not singing the song. Not singing the song. Evening Devil Always, how are you? Welcome in. It's a celebration. I'll bring a Viennetta. Oh, yes, Matt. Yes. Mint, I hope. In fact, mind you, if you stream tomorrow, you can wrap it up. Friday can be a transfer special. Look at this. I'm being encouraged, Cass. So what's happening here? I've brought it on myself here. You know, Nigel's behind it. Nigel's doing the maths. He's worked it out. Like, statistically, I'm unlikely to not win the title now. That's where we are. Always mint Viennetta, 100%. Although, you know what? A classic vanilla Viennetta is not bad. It's a thing of beauty to behold. But the mint's just, it's next level. Duffy, lovely ball. Oh, we should We should have scored that. Would have been a beautiful goal. United in a cup final. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, not a Man United fan, but could do with them winning that. Rogi throws the ball in. Cleared away. Rogi goes again. Pulls it back. Cleared again. Tell you what, I'm not sure if York are hanging on and we're playing badly. Look at that. 11 shots, 4 on target. York City yet to get out of their half by the looks of it. Frankie Maguire's tired, so we're going to have to bring him off, replace him with Frankie Marmalade, I think. And I'm considering looking at Casey, maybe. Gilchrist tiring as well. United as a cup final is more unbelievable than Tony winning a trophy. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. There's a few things that are a bit up and down in the world, right? Right, now, just so everyone's aware, okay, myself and Mrs. J have been married 10 years this year, okay, 10 years. Wonderful, brilliant. And you know when you've been married 10 years, when you get a message while you're streaming, while Mrs. J is in the chat, texts to say, what bin week is it? Oh, what a woman, what a woman. I mean, the thing is though, like, because she knows the bins are my job, right? It's recycling this week, Pat. It's recycling week. It was main bin last week. So, don't worry, I've got your back. The recycling's all done. We'll be fine. Lovely ball through. Bailey Katamari's got to finish it. Doesn't though. What's he doing? Why is he not scoring that? Don't want to bring Thorne on just yet though. You keep him fresh for Wrexham. Bourne pulls it back for Long. Frankie Marmalade thinks about it. Long thinks it over the top. So Duffy, we didn't even put. Actually, yeah, we could put Mordner in there, can't we? Yeah, let's put Mordner on. You can do a bit of running. Actually, no, let's. Yeah. Mrs. J said it's recycling week. Yeah. There you go. Mr. J said it's recycling week. Good to see you recycling, Tony. Duncan Ferguson says the earth is warming up. I forgot about that. I mean, we've not even spoken about this. We've not even spoken about Duncan Ferguson at Forest Green. Like, if there's not a documentary being made about this right now, then what are we doing with ourselves as a human race? Oh dear. Oh dear. All those chances we missed at the start of the game. The change we tried to make still hasn't happened. I think it's a deflection from Lintar. I think it's one goal, possibly. Tyler's been given it. We're going to have to make some changes now because this is not what we were expecting. Oh dear. But yes, you're absolutely right. The earth is warming. I mean, what? Just a man in the know, isn't he? Ian Rami, how are you, pal? Just started a South American journeyman save. Calamari need to get in the header. Just started a South American journeyman save. Started unemployed. Got my first club in Manaus. Won the Amazonian State Championship. Now third division started. How's yours going? That sounds great, Rami. That sounds brilliant. We're 8 seasons into the British Steel Challenge where we are. Currently at Oxford, we are flying high in the league. We're sat top of the table. I think we got a little bit cocky of ourselves because we're now. Well, we've been dominating this match, but then we let in a silly goal, so it's 1-1 and I'm a bit concerned because it seems to be all York, and they've made it 2-1. Oh dear. We're saying 7 wins. We're now saying 8 wins. York City. Talking about narrative, aren't we? We're talking about narrative. There you go. Put that in the chat. Let's get some berates going on. We've absolutely battered them in the first half. What have we done? Good ball, Cadamarteri. Not going to get anything there. Forest Green were 1-0 up. Went to stoppage time on Saturday. Got beat 2-1. They scored in the 94th and 97th minute. Really? Big Dunk pretending he eats vegan burgers, doesn't slaughter his own cow with his bare hands. He kills a cow with a key. That's what I think Big Dunk does. You're doing fine until I turned up. I'm going to go. Yeah, soz Mrs. J, but we have worked out the link here. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. It's my fault, clearly. And I started talking about winning the title. You mentioned the song, though. I said we're not going to sing the song. Here's Bourne. Duffy. Lovely ball. Cadamarteri. Offside, I think. Yeah. I can't believe we've lost to York. Just giving the throw-in away. Not entirely sure what we can do either at this point. Hackney, great challenge. Frankie Marmalade gives the ball away. Blakey with a header. Bourne. Cadamarteri's just got no pace, has he? Still going to be 7 wins because Halifax can't get any more points. Oh, okay. That makes sense, but that's disappointing though. That is very disappointing. Thanks for making fun of our great city. I had to make fun of them. You know what I mean? It's fine. We did beat Farnsley, Hobbsy. We did. 2-0, I believe. Wrexham just nudged through against Scunthorpe there. 3-2. Halifax lost to South Shields. Okay, so Wrexham. Us versus Wrexham is going to be an interesting one then. Can't believe it. We were flying in the first half. Flying. 16 matches unbeaten though. That's finally come to an end. Okay. Don't worry, no time to panic just yet. Yeah, look at this. This run. Ignore the Peterborough game because that's obviously in the cup, but last time we lost in the league was November against Maidstone. Okay. So get something against Wrexham, even a draw is fine. And then we need to beat Halifax at home. Yeah. We're now currently 7 points clear of Wrexham. Okay, let's not let this slip to 4 points. Yeah. That 21 points goes down to 18. Okay. So are we still 7 wins? Is that what we're saying? Yeah. There's still 7 wins for the title. I mean, it's not undoable, but it's going to be a little bit closer now. I think a little bit more close to the wire. The fact that Wrexham are still in the National League, of course, that's something to discuss, I suppose, really, isn't it? In a sense, Man City just nudged past Gillingham there. 4th round replay of the FA Cup. How did the loss affect morale? Squad morale? Where do I find squad morale? Overall squad morale? everyone seems happy, to be honest. You know, I think we're doing okay. How many games have Wrexham got left? Dressing room atmosphere is very, very good. Wrexham have got 2, 3. They've only got league games, so yeah, they've got exactly the same amount of games as us to play, so 13. So everyone's back to 13 games now. It's a 46 game season. It is indeed Riverside, yeah. So we've all got that. Okay, we're just going to try and get ourselves back up. Don't worry too much. It's one defeat. Let's dust ourselves off. Go again. You know? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Exactly. Game by game. That's all we can do. 8:15. Game by game. You know? Just chalk them off. Suggesting Ben Nolan for pace. I mean, that would be a big game to put Ben Nolan in, wouldn't it? 17-year-old striker, go, right, you're leading the line against Wrexham. And they're 7 points behind. They are 7 behind, yeah. Yeah, that's where we are. I mean, the interesting thing as well, look at the last match. Look at that. We should have had that game dead and buried. Absolutely dead and buried. How did we let them back into the game? Oh, no idea. Saxy, did I just see a wonder kid? Maybe. I mean, I don't know if is he now classed as a wonder kid? This guy here, Ben Nolan, 17. He could be. He could be on his way. Not sure if he's classed as one just yet. No. But yeah, at 17 years old, he's definitely got potential. 17 for determination, 16 for finishing, 13 for acceleration. How do you not have him start in the National League? He's only been with us for a few weeks, to be honest. We brought him in from Wales because, to be fair, the player that we do currently start is this guy. So, you know, he's big, he's strong, gets goals. Yeah, we've only just brought him in. We're just trying to blood him through. We've got Bailey Calamari at the minute as well, who's sort of dropping off the pace a little bit. We've still got 10 and 23, so we still need to remember he's still getting a goal every other game. But yeah, let's put Oscar Thorne in for now. Go with that target forward. But then I think the burst of pace might be what we need, but we've also got a Guru as an option as well. And I think he's going to be a good option to have on the bench because, again, he's also got a bit of pace. 13 for acceleration, first touch, dribbling, concentration's good, likes to beat the offside trap. So, again, quite a handy player to have up front there. I think Mordner for Bourne, possibly. Games tomorrow. Rogie starting to tire. But now we have to try and make some decisions about players as well. So, like, are you good enough to play? Are you fit enough to play? Possibly Gilbert for Bourne, who's only played 8 games, to be honest. Emergency left back on the bench. McDonald, yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. That's what I think. Or do I go? Do I go Gilbert instead of Mordner? Might do that. I don't want to rest Rogie. Let's try that. Gilbert first. Okay, Nicky Millward's ready for a new contract. Maybe not yet, I don't think. Maybe not yet. Right. Big game. This is the Wrexham game. We've got to hopefully get some points here. Just kind of keep that distance between us. Overall, the club are pretty happy. Untouchable job security. Satisfied with the results on the pitch. I mean, 16 games unbeaten until the last match. You know, transfer market they're a bit unsure about. So, yeah, okay, we'll see. And a C+ overall from the fans. I don't get it. We're on course to win the title. We're on course to get to the FA Trophy final. And the fans are like, yeah, it's fine, isn't it? It's fine. Whatever. See where you go next. Love it. Previous calculation was based on Tony saying 42 games, so Wrexham get 32 more points. So we need 10 wins out of 13. Okay. So it has nudged up a little bit. Untouchable job security, that's good. Yeah, I'll take that. As you say, 15, when are the fans ever really happy? They're never happy, are they? Ever. Which I understand. Makes sense. Why would you be happy as a football fan? So we're looking out for Halifax at home to Scunthorpe. As we say, Wrexham at home to Oxford. In fact, you know what? If we're going to go low crosses, let's try this lad out. Let's start with Nolan. Let's give him a go. Yeah. See if he fancies it. What's the worst that can happen? Took Gateshead from the National League to 9th in the Premier League in 6 seasons. Fan rating never went above C+. Really? That doesn't seem right, does it? To be honest, definitely does not seem right. Yeah, you wouldn't think that at all. You'd be sitting there going, no, surely not. Right. Here we go then. Let's go. Big match time. We can always move Gilbert up if we need to as well. Let's get results. Let's get revenge on Wrexham. Off to the racecourse ground. They are unbeaten in their last 5. Probably more than that, obviously, as well. We've lost 1 in our last 5. We've lost 1 in our last 17. But, you know, we'll see. Forgot the fan support was a feature. Whoops. Yeah. It's a big feature as well, isn't it? Massive feature. So, speaking of things that are massive, this game, for example, right now, huge match. Racecourse grounds had a fair rebuild. It has. It absolutely has. I'll tell you what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to quickly remind our players to drop off if needs be as well. Sacrifice that highlight. Halifax have already taken the lead against Scunthorpe, so that puts a bit of pressure on us. Blake free throw in. Hackney loses possession. Correa intercepted by Gilchrist, who then loses the ball out again. That'll do. That's fine. We're okay. What's it do in the league table? Halifax 65 points. We're on 75 points. There's 10 between us. Correa with a free kick. Great save by Beach. Brilliant save, actually, to be honest. Fully outstretched. Martin whips it in. Heads it away. Maguire lets loose. It's a bit overhit. It's not quite going to be picked up by Rogie there, is it? Is that a direct pass? Is that what we call that these days? It's a direct pass, isn't it? I'd call it a direct pass. Other people in the chat would call it a long ball. Here goes Maguire. Holds it up. Waits for some reinforcements. Wins the free kick. That'll do, you know. There's a point. Let's play for set pieces. Let's sort of try and slow the game down a little bit. We've got some height, so if we can get some set pieces, get the ball in, and get it pinged through. Camera setting J. Kerr on the game is director. director for this one. We're focusing, are we? We're focusing. Pretty decent first half. We've not sort of like put ourselves under too much pressure, which is good. Players were tiring. Rogi's tiring a little bit. We could always drop Nolan back into midfield if needs be. I'm going to move Gilbert up though. I know he's on a yellow. Well, let's move him in there. We're still going to stay on balance as well. We don't go too attacking just yet, but if we have to push on, we can do. Lintop, Casey, Maguire, up over the top. Nolan's thinking about running after it, but doesn't do anything really. Gilbert's on a yellow card, remember, so we might need to do something about that. Blakey's corner. So Duffy with that. Huge goal. Huge goal for the club. Now we're talking. Jake Graham, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Blakey with the corner. Clear on as far as Rogi. Lintop. That's a goal. Rogi again. Casey, Lintop. It's fine, keeps the possession. Casey, Blakey. Gilchrist. Blakey. Hackney's lost the ball. Might need to do something about that midfield. Oof. So stand him up, doing anything daft. That's fine, that'll do. Right. Try to look now at what point do we drop players back in midfield. Rogi with an effort. Right, let's do it now. Great. Gilchrist injured. That's not going to help. So Sam Long's going to come on. We're going to drop into that 4-5-1 shape. Okay. Beyond Ultra Gaming, we're 2-0 up against Bruges under 23s in the playoffs final. 45 minutes away from relegation. Playoff tie at the side if I go up. Nice. Exciting, exciting. Let's put it back to where we need to go. Welcome, Rich Owens. How are you, sir? Oh. So Sheffield Wednesday goal scorer, but it's disallowed. That's fine. That's fine. He's offside. Just. Hello, Tommy. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Nice to have you as part of the raid. Get yourself in there. You've joined at a good time. We're trying to fight for the title at the minute. We're currently in charge of Oxford. We're beating Wrexham at this point. This will mean we go 10 points clear if we can hold on. I think we might be able to. We're now in that sort of decision where we go, right, 5 minutes to go. Do we drop and be a bit more defensive, or do we push on and be a bit more aggressive? And I'm caught in two minds at this point. Ball's over the top. I think he's offside, is he? No, he's not. Right, now we have to try and work this one out. Yeah, I think it's time to push. You're right. There's the match screen and mod. It looks great. Yeah, so we've got the Teo skin. Actually, is what we're using at the minute. Oh, he's only just on, isn't he? We're trying to play with attributes. So technically we play attributeless in a sense, because we basically we always have attributes turned off. So I have attribute masking on. So I guess in a sense we saw a play we saw a play like that anyway. Force Wrexham outside. Right, let's see what we can do then. 5 minutes to go. Couple of changes. We did say a point wasn't the worst result. Especially as we're away from home, remember. Balls over the top, though, long, just nods it away. Gets it, Hackney. Four hasn't got there. Oof. Threatened to batter Sweet D, that'll show. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to drink your gin. Right, yeah, fine. I mean, a point against Wrexham's not too bad. It's not too bad. You know, keeps the daylight there. Still 7 points. If we'd have lost, it would have been worrying because we'd have gone down to 4, right? As Cass says there, yeah, 100%. Respect the point. That's what we got to do. Rich, how's the stream, by the way? Nice to have you in. Hope you're well. Gilchrist out for 5 weeks. Fractured ribs. Is he going to... use the club doctor? 3 or 4. Yeah, use the doctor. Get us sorted out. 10 points clear. Yeah. I think we should be all right. We've still got enough. We've still got enough points left to play for. So enough games. It's not coming down to like we're 7 points and we've got 30 games left to play, so like we can sort of like still bottle it. We can still bottle it, don't worry, we can. I am going to say out loud, we can still do that. Hopefully we're not going to. But you can never tell, can you? There's old Brentford Raspberry. Maybe try and get him at some point as well. Silence UK, love Alfie Gilchrist, class lower league player. My current haven't saved him, had him on for a free. Sold him to Burnley, £4 million, gone back 18 months later. For 350 grand, had him on loan the whole time. He was at Burnley as well. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. This is a player that we had at Linfield, by the way. Look at this. This guy came through our youth system in Linfield. He's still only 21. Look how good he is. Genuinely immense. And he's only 5'10" as a centre half. It's great, doesn't he? Not a wonder kid anymore. Like I said, I'm not even sure if he ever was, but cracking player. Yeah, 425 grand. They went to Lille and was sold to Hoffenheim for 7 million quid. As long as he can be jumped, he'll be golden. Yeah, we go to the relegation playoffs, parlay them off the park. It's finished 5-1. Yes, excellent scenes beyond ultra. Rich says it was grand, scraped into Europe on the last day. Lost my best 2 players. Signed Bakayoko, sorry. Everything is clearly fine at home. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's what it's all about. End of season drama. I mean, what are you even wanting for this guy? How much money are we expecting here for a player who you think is a striker, but I think is definitely a winger? Is it worth asking what they actually want? I've got a feeling they're not massively keen on selling him. Potential issue with George Alexander. I mean, look, you've been brought in as a backup player, mate. Like, you know, we're not gonna get in there and start talking to you. You came in, you've scored a couple of goals, which is what you've been there for. But we brought other players in to score goals moving forward, and hopefully players who can score goals at a higher level as well. Excellent. That's what we love to see. Injuries and suspensions to both centre-halves. Perfect. Injuries to 3 centre-halves, actually, because Kieran King's still not back fit. So the option now is playing Frankie Marmalade at centre-back, or playing McDonald at centre-back. And I'm tempted to play Frankie Marmalade. I think that says a lot for Callum McDonald at centre-back, doesn't it? Jumping reach is 13. Acceleration's only 9. It's not particularly quick. Actually, let's put that, because we need to potentially keep... Or what we could do is move Lintott inside. But then that's replacing the entire back four. We don't really want to do that with not many games to go. Bangura. We are going to have to rotate the squad though, because these players are tiring. They played a lot of football. A lot of football. Let's go for that. If we can keep it, we can get a win. We should really get a win, because theoretically we should. Dagenham and Redbridge are right near the bottom. We're up near the top. Theoretically, we should win. FM, however, doesn't quite play like that. They've won their last 2 games, so that's them coming in with a tiny bit of form. They have moved up now, they're sort of out of the relegation zone now. I was saying we need to nudge that 7-point gap, make it a little bit more of a gap there. I was about to say make it a little bit wider, and then expect that that's what she said straight after it. But is anyone else playing? No, they're not. So we played one more game than Wrexham and Halifax. So we need to put the marker down. GX Lobes, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Do a shout for Lobes as well, by the way. If you've not been following him, make sure you do so. Look at Beach coming all the way out there. Yes. Excellent goalkeeper. That's from a goalkeeper on defend, not a goalkeeper. There's a sweeper keeper on attack. Straight out there. I've got this. Uh-oh. Early. Ball through Whittaker. Oh dear. Oh dear. He scored against us before. He's very good. About to sign a player from Equatorial Guinea. Is he any good? Not a clue. There we go. The answer is yes, clearly very, very good, clearly. Surely very good. I'd imagine so. This is not helping, is it? Now we know that we need to win 10 games of our last 13. Just drawn with Wrexham, and now we're losing to Dagenham and Redbridge. It's not what we were hoping for. And we lost to York. So potentially in this part of the stream we could lose as many games in this part of the stream as we lost all season up to this point. Up the Jamal Lascelles and the Daggers dugout. Of course he's the manager at this point in the game, isn't it? Even Tomo, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope everyone's well. Hope the little one's well. Tomo's daughter. The thing is, Whittaker has scored against us twice now. Great effort there. I think he's one we need to be watching. Volley with the ball in. Gilbert heads it away. Mordner. Come on, Mordner, son. Away you go. Inside Bangura. Touches it. Gilbert. Nolan. Goals disallowed. I was looking around, I was like looking, going, is it? Boo indeed, Cass. Boo indeed. No reaction. Thing is, they know they can win. They know. They're more than good enough. All good. Done some podcast admin and prep for the big day. Nice. Looking forward to seeing how that one gets on, man. Let me know when it's out. I'll make sure to have a listen to it as well. McDonald. Gilbert. McDonald with the ball up over the top. Nolan comes chasing through. Gilbert. Oof. Decent effort. Never really threatening, but... Now here's the question. Do I take Bangura off? He's on a 6'4" as a deep line forward. Oh, Gilbert with the goal. It counts. It counts. I was looking, I was like, is that gone? Is that going to count? Is that going to count? Everyone's at the back post. Somehow, Gilbert gets himself up. The question I'm going to have is are we going to keep Bangura up there, or are we going to maybe bring him off and replace him? But I think for now we keep him there. Johnny D, hello pal, how are you? How's everyone? How's the challenge going? This is going well, man. Save's going decent. There's more there. Should have finished it. Yeah, we're top of the league in the Vanarama National. We should really be winning this game, and we're not. We're currently drawing. We've had to come from behind. But 8 seasons in, we've won 5 trophies out of 35. So not dreadful. Not dreadful. Decent enough when you think about it in real terms. I think most teams would be happy with 5 trophies in 8 years. Obviously, we have moved to different clubs in that time. So there's Nolan, doesn't quite get the goal. Again, I think when he gets once he gets his first goal, he'll be happy. We'll start seeing a bit of improvement. Whether it is Whittaker, we've got to have to just buy him, aren't we? Because he keeps scoring against us. You can't even. Keeper's got no chance, really, you know. Oh no. Just bounced off long there. Long's not even watching where it's going. Throw money. I think you're right. I think we're going to have to do that. Just go right. You are the player that we need. Bangura, target forward, get him in there. What have we got? Oh, head over the top. See if we can get something. 2-1 down against the Daggers. Halifax next as well. Thorne, he's offside. There's 2 goals disallowed in this match as well. London Cheesehead, appreciate the follow, very kind. Nice to have you in, hope you're well. That was the London Cheesehead a Packers reference. Could be, or it could just be a fan of cheese. Very attacking, I think. Lewis heads it over the top. To change shape, and I'm not entirely sure that the players are fresh enough to be throwing themselves at it. You know, we've played a lot of football. I think there's maybe some tired legs out there now. That's possibly where we're getting. Look at Maguire's knackered. Frankie Marmolade's on a 6.1. He's not played very well at all. I know he's played centre half for most of the game, but even still, I think there's some concern somewhere. Marmalade out to Mordner. Up for Thorne. Aguero. Is that going to count? No. Oh. 3 goals disallowed. I mean, he's miles off. Granted, he is miles off, but still. What can we do in this match? We're not destined to win this game, are we? I mean, look, it's not as bad as the game against Aldershot last season when we lost 6-1. It's not that. Blakey's knocked it down. They're going to score here. Oof. You know, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it just isn't our thing. It's at home as well, which is a bit frustrating. Halifax next. Hopefully the players can dust themselves down and get a big result in the next match. Great ball to Thorne. Oh, that one's got to stand, ref, surely. Oh, never have we scored a more important goal than that. Absolute filth from Thorne as well. What a finish. Now do we keep the players dashing forward, or do we start to lock it up? Because we've been attacking, haven't we? A bit of encouragement. 5 minutes still to go as well. There is still time to win it. There's still time to lose it as well. That's the worrying thing. Bit of encouragement dropped on there, Patriot. This is where fatigue's going to come in, isn't it? Ball on the top, Aguero. Oh, straight at the keeper. Corner kick. What have we got? Anything? Have we got anything left? Thorne. Just like throwing himself up in the air. This keeps us 8 points clear. We played a game more. Respect the point. Hard earned. Very hard earned point. And I think we try and buy Morgan Whittaker to stop him scoring against us. Yeah, I think at the end of the game, that's a point won. At the start of the game, that's 2 points dropped, isn't it? He's 29. Is he going to be good enough, though, to play in League 2? He's not really tearing the league up either. 51st in the league for chances created. 59th for open play expected assists. 73rd for expected assists. 81st for shots on target. 132nd for open play key passes. He only plays well against us. He scored 4 goals, and I bet he scored all of his goals against us. JJ Thatcher, appreciate the follow. Very kind, thank you. Ujar has been pretty good as well. He's on loan from Accrington, so we've seen him a lot, but he's not really done a great deal there, has he? So maybe it's just one of those things. Mac and cheese in with the prime, appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support there. That's very, very kind indeed. Maximum points for Oxford 110, Wrexham 105, Halifax 104. It's gonna get to the wire, isn't it? We're going to the wire, everyone. We'd like to win the title before the end of the season. I think we still can. Wonder if we need to rest one of the centre midfielders for a bit. Yes, definitely we do. Definitely we do. But the problem is that who do we rest and when? They have been playing a lot of football. Maguire or Hackney, either or. We can put McKinley in. Who do you think we bring off? I guess Hackney probably does more defensive work, doesn't he? And let's put Rio on the bench actually, because he's probably needed a little bit more as well actually. Thatcher, I've got £400 million budget for a draft. Anyone know some good players, good value players, good players in game? Yeah, loads. There's loads of players. £400 million, you should get a decent team for that. You should get a decent team at £400 million. Easily. Ease off training and stick in some extra recovery, yeah. So we want to be getting to this bit here. So take the physical off, put extra bit of recovery in here, yeah. Evening Pilgrim, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. So let's do that. Let's get some recovery there. Ball retention. So let's do set plays actually. Who are the best players in game? Okay, who's the best players in real football? Then that's, if you're in a draft, that's what I'd be doing. Who's the best players in real football? At £400 million, you've got pretty much the pick. You know, you need to look at how many people are in your draft. How many players do you need? Take that physical out as well there. Recovery there. Also a set piece for delivery the day before the game. Yeah, I think that's a good one, isn't it? I think it's a good one. Set piece delivery rather than attacking players. Matt Doherty. Matt Doherty's the one, right? I think we need chance conversion rather than attacking movement, do you reckon? Trigger presses, conditions slightly reduced. Okay, cool. Interesting to see a draft where you only get 400k to build a team. Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be very good. I think you could do it though. Off to a flyer in season 4 with Macclesfield. Nice. Played 6, won 6. Remarkably, we're on second on goal difference. Right, Rio's got a stub toe. I tell you what, here's an idea. $165's a lot. Should we see if there's anyone we can bring in to ease that burden on the midfield? Even if it's on loan. Arge we like. Will he come in? 240 quid. He's not the quickest, but Carey again. We had him last year from Wrexham. He was alright. He wasn't brilliant, was he? We could bring in an Azeri player. Oh yes, we're doing that. Absolutely. An Azeri new gen. 100%. Emil Mammadov. A centre back as well might be useful. Yeah. Absolute narrative, right? Evening, Car X. How are you, buddy? Nice to have you in. Hope you're well. Big shout, by the way, to Car X. If you're not following him, make sure you do so. New streamer, good streamer. We've rated him a few times. Good community, top dude. So make sure you go and show him some love. Show him some love. All good back here. Thanks, man. Can't complain at all. We're having a lovely time. We're on a little bit of a wobble. Nothing massive. Couple of games not quite going our way as we get towards the end of the season, but kind of what you'd expect, really. But we're in there and thereabouts, you know. Got your Zealand raid yesterday. It's good, isn't it? When you get your Zealand raid, it's awesome. It throws you off your pace a tiny bit, but as long as you can sort of like get yourself fully zoned back in, then you should be all right. But yeah, it's he's good at that. He is good at that. We had the Lujo raid tonight, so that was lovely. Kev's really good to us. He pops in quite a lot. So yeah, we're very, very good for that. So it's nice that people have again stuck around from that, followed off the back of it as well. So it's been cool. It's been really nice. The thing with it when you get your Zealand one is there's obviously they do like a copy and paste thing beforehand. So you've got all this sort of like nonsense chat flying in first of all, and then when it happened, our mods were going to ban it because we were just like, fuck's all this? And then obviously they worked it out. It's like, Zealand's coming in. So that's pretty cool. It's really nice. As I say, it's nice. It's nice that the those at the top sort of like they pay it back. You know, copy pasta. That's the one. Sorry, I'm too old for keeping up to date with the with what things are actually meant to say. So apologies for that. Copy pasta. That's the one. Okay, so big time now. Oxford versus Halifax. First versus third. But I'm going to play with some players who are going to be not necessarily fully fit. There's a little bit of rotation, which is going to be fine. There or thereabouts. Your accent gave me horrific Steve Bruce at Villa flashbacks. Yeah, there was definitely some flashbacks for that, wasn't it? Very, very definite flashbacks. I've got to take care of baby Carl. An amazing rest of your stream. Yeah, just Carl, no worries, man. No worries. Pleasure having you in. Appreciate that. Very kind indeed. Thank you for the raid. How's the challenge going so far? So Dream Ship, basically, right? It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well in the grand scheme of things. We are currently we are sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. Currently season 8 in the challenge. This is where we are in terms of progress. 5 trophies won. Okay, 5 trophies out of the possible 35. We did all right in Northern Ireland, not too bad. But now we're in the National League. That's in yellow, so we can still win that. FA Trophy we can still win. FA Cup we've already been knocked out of, so that's not really something we're going to be able to do at this moment in time, sadly. But then again, no, let's face it, we're a National League club. We're not going to win. We're not going to win. We're not going to win the FA Cup at this point. Fairy tale stories have been written, but we aren't writing that one just yet. Will, of course, give you a shout as well, by the way, Dream Chip, so nice to have you in. Hope life's treating you good. If you're streaming today, how was the stream? Hope it was a good one. Just dropped you a wee follow there myself as well, so very cool to have you in. Not only British players, the challenge is difficult enough, to be honest. The challenge is to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. If we sign British players, great. You know, if we haven't, it's not a problem. You know, we'll get there when we get there. I've set a time limit of 50 seasons, so who knows? Who knows, really? But yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're all having fun. Anyway, as we are. Esmedias, how do you get the? I think you missed a little bit out there. for the rest. Without player restriction, it should be easily doable. It should be, but we'll make it ridiculously difficult as we go through. How do you get the simulate match button? It might be, don't worry, yeah, I figured there was a bit of a mistype on that, don't worry. It might be the fact that we've got a different skin on. So we've got a custom skin here called Tato Skin. We don't simulate the matches. We don't do that, but you can use it if you want at the top there. So let's move Gilbert up the top a bit higher. Or Bourne, maybe. Is Bourne going to give us a bit more defensively? Mordner would. Mordner's fine on the left. Rogi's back. Tell you what, yeah, let's do that. Rogi's back, which means that Gilbert can come back down. Mordner can go there, so Mordner does give us a bit more defensive option there, and then Gilbert. Yeah, Gilbert there. No. Yeah, actually, yeah, Gilbert on the bench. Blakey can go back on instead of McDonald. That's decent. Grimmy in with a prime. Yes, Grimmy. Appreciate you as well, pal. Nice to have you in. Hope life's treating you good. Tried British and Irish Steel before. They're okay. This year's game itself is loads harder on the lower levels. Do you reckon, Dream? I reckon it's actually plays nicer in the lower levels. But that's just me personally. I think it's one of those things where I feel that if we get a win, we've earned it. That's what I was like leading into this part of the challenge, and I was genuinely enjoying it because of that. Obviously, where we are now is sort of like, right, things are a little bit harder. The slightly higher up in the division you get. I'm going to put Thorne at right back, and I'm going to play a Guru through the middle. We'll try that, because I'm not entirely sure that Frankie Marmalade can play that centre back. Barton, hello pal, how are you? Where's Bailey? Bailey's not quite, he's still not quite hitting the standards that we need, so we're just rotating again a little bit. We've got 11 games left of the season, so he will get some more game time. But yeah, we're just trying some new stuff at this moment in time. Dream Chip says previous year's promotion was pretty easy back-to-backs, now 10 seasons into Deforg and on the brink of being sacked. I've not tried Deforg. That could be next year's challenge. That's awful enough for my chat to really enjoy that. Because we're all about the pain around here. It's not about winning, it's about suffering. And we do that well, to be honest. I'm going to just get these guys dropping back as well a little bit, just in case. But yeah, we're 7 points clear. Oh, Aguero. Get that one clipped. We need that clip. Lovely moment. Keeper comes for it. Plays it out. Dreadful. Aguero, what a finish. That puts us on our way. We've played one more game than Wrexham. We've played one more game than Halifax. That's fine, as long as we've got the points to show for it. Because we did lose against York. And then that's the softest penalty we're going to see, isn't it? Maguire steps up and slams it. What a start. What a start. 9 minutes in, 10 minutes in almost. And we've got ourselves a 2-0 lead. Excellent. The keeper's getting showered with beer. Great ball, Mordner. Oh. And to be fair, keeper deserves it for his neon socks. That's what I'm thinking. You know? Then again, though, we're not. Not necessarily. We're not necessarily home just yet, of course. So we're now currently 10 points clear of Wrexham. At this point, Blakey with a corner. More marking Brennan. Morden picks it up though, because that's what he does. Lintop playing centre half rather than right back. Maguire looks around. Ricey in with a prime. Appreciate you, Ricey. Very kind. Thank you for that. Heads over the top. By the way, if you've got Amazon Prime, everyone, you can see the people that are subbing on Prime. Do that. Genuinely, it doesn't cost you anything because it's all taken up in your Amazon Prime subscription anyway. Bezos has got your back. So just link your Prime to your Twitch, and you can use it on any creator on the platform as well. So, if you want to try it out, following, subscribing to us this month. If you don't like it, you want to subscribe to someone else next month, that's completely fine. But yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. It's already there. You get some free emotes. JP Sports has just done it. Look at that. See, they've gone and got themselves a Prime. See, Prime, you say. Also, as well, it's not that £100 sports drink that the Pauls are selling off. Use this way. And if you've linked it to Discord, then there's a sub area in Discord as well, so you can have your own private conversation in there. Find out some plans for next year. Find out some plans for projects that I'm working on, that sort of stuff. So little sneaky bits of behind the scenes for the Football Manager show. Maybe there'll be a draft at some point. Maybe there'll be some, I don't know. We'll work some bits and pieces out, discount on merch, that sort of stuff. So we're going to try and push all that sort of thing, but as I said, do it through Prime, because then you're already paying for Prime. Rogie nearly getting himself a goal there. McKinley's picked up an injury, which isn't really helping, because we wanted to bring him on to rest out someone else. Maverick's dropped in a Prime as well. Thank you for that, Maverick. 3 months in. Lewitt's in as well with a Prime. Hype train up and running. Damn right, Chunder. We're dominating them right now. Giving them it all. Rogie, Mordner. Back for McKinley. Over the top. Right, 50% up on the hype train at this point. That's awesome work. Thank you, everybody. Oh, what a goal that is. Ogwuru makes it 3. Is that Blakey laying the ball off? I think it might be. Maguire. Blakey, look at that. Inside of the foot pass, just like shapes his body nicely, dinks it down. Ogwuru gets himself in, gets his second goal of the game. Starting to look like a reasonable signing from Sunderland, isn't he? Barton gifts out a sub. Thank you, Barton. Very kind indeed. Shabby Merkin picks that one up. Bless you, Barton. That's very kind. Gifted subs are lovely things. Thank you. Love you can play Thorne at right back and have an extra threat at corners. It's great, and it's like the centre forward, a 6'2" centre forward who can play right back. Just, it's a lovely thing. Rogie with an effort. Great save from the keeper there. We're not even at half time yet. I've had to bring Frankie Marmalade on for McKinley because he's just, you can't keep playing with him injured. Oh, Mordner, Aguero, Duffy with an effort. Ooh, that had flames on it. Keeper's done a great job saving that, but I think he was a little bit unsure about getting in the way of it. Barton's renaming a new gen. Excellent. What are we going with? Barton. What position? At Oxford? At someone else? What are you thinking? Mrs. J. 21 months. Mrs. J. We've got ourselves another hype train complete. We've got ourselves a hat-trick from Aguero. What about that? 4-0. Not even half-time. Halifax a third, by the way. I appreciate all the subs, by the way, everyone. That's very, very kind indeed. Loving this performance. We're doing fine. Keep going. right back or centre back whenever you find someone decent. Okay, cool, lovely, we'll do that. We'll get you a young centre back or full back. Maguire knocks it up. Duffy. Loving the fact that Guru's got a hat-trick now. More than there. It's 5. We are absolutely taking Halifax to the cleaners. This is why we rested those players against Dagenham and Redbridge. Champions elect on this performance. I mean, I'd like to think so, Chunder. There's still a lot of game time to be played. Duffy goes up, defender's got his foot up there. You know, Pilgrim's got a new gen as well now. Alright, Pilgrim, what are you fancying? Bear in mind the youth intake at Oxford isn't very good this year, but you can definitely all get them. Great help with goal difference, almost scores a point. It is, but Wrexham's goal difference is really, really good. Striker for Pilgrim. Oh, keeper went for it. Thought better of it though, didn't he? Oh, he can't even keep a clean sheet. Right, everyone's getting fined. Yeah. Stream's over, everyone. Frankie Marmalade's not having fun, is he? Save some bonus cash. We always look at that way, don't we? Monoret going, at least we save money on the clean sheet bonus, that's fine. Oh, Guru. Spence is a... Hello. Ibrahim's through. Nice block. Blakey gets it cleared. I think our Guru's done for the game now. So then 9.9. Let's bring him off. Hat trick secured. Bring Nolan on. See if he can get a goal. I don't really think we should be, conceding as many chances as we are, but we'll see. I may have been guilty of moving my goalkeeper outfield to save some bonus cash. That's proper dark art stuff, innit? Love it. And the Halifax have obviously had a telling off at half time because they're starting to play decent now, aren't they? Tell you what, let's just regroup. Let's see if you can get past us. Bet you can't. If you can, you're probably not going to score 5. Probably not going to score 5. I didn't say definitely wouldn't. And that's 2, but I think, was it offside? Yeah. Yeah, he's gone behind him. Offside. Let's go for a shout, shall we? Try and close the game out. At 5-1, there seems no real need for us to be charging forward. As we've said before, if we're looking at goal difference, there's no point us winning 5-3 if we can win 5-1, you know? Nice ball, Rogies through. Oh, decent effort from distance, that. Rogie gets it away, does he? Yeah, just about. There we go. Just contain it now, to be honest. Nothing daft. Oh, I say nothing daft. We've nearly conceded again. Corner kick. Does the game ever add new derbies or rivals for a team? Apparently it can do. I think you can add dynamic rivalries, but I don't know what the sort of the threshold for it is or how it works it out, but it was something that they added last year, I think. So by all accounts it can. So I'm guessing it's going to be Oxford and Dagenham and Redbridge, if I've got my say. And to be fair, Halifax have really sort of pulled themselves back into the second half. It's fine, just get over there. Are we gonna go with Jekyll and Hyde performance at this point? Because that's what it's been, hasn't it? Really. Nolan hasn't got the physicality to hold the ball up on his own, I don't think. And realistically, the fact that we were 4-0 up at half time is the reason that we've been able to play out the second half with just letting them attack, to be honest, and hoping they just tire themselves out, really. We didn't need to go and get 7, 8, 9. I figured, right, we'd sit back. Probably sat back a little bit too early in the game, if I'm honest. But again, just try and conserve a bit of energy. Big win. 5-1. That'll do. Statement victory, innit? We needed that. Wrexham lost. Incredible. So that means we're 11 clear. They've still got a game in hand. Darlington smashed York 4-0. So I think there's definitely daylight between us and Aldershot, and definitely daylight between us and Halifax. 10 games to go. 11 points clear. FA Trophy quarter-final coming up. I think we're in a good spot, to be honest. I think we're in a very good spot. And I think that gives us... How many games does that give us to finish? Yeah, like 10 games, essentially. What do? Do we play FC United now? Let's play FC United now. I know a 5-1 is what we should really finish the stream on. We should finish on a 5-1, but let's play this FC United game. That gives Wrexham a chance to get another game played. Args is coming in possibly on loan. That'll help. Wrexham can only get 102. Halifax can only get 101. We can get 110. Okay. George Alexander wants to discuss his playing time. No. Right. So George Alexander, I reckon. Right. George Alexander doesn't want to play. Well, he's not really going to play, to be honest. I get his frustration. He scored 3 goals in 6 appearances. as a sub, but he has come in as a backup player. He's not going to dislodge the players we've got. In comes the Azeri midfielder, Memedov, which I'm very, very excited about. Could be all right. Could be fine. 22 years old, 6'2", out of contract in the summer as well. Loving that. There's a bit of there's definitely a bit of narrative. Favoured international manager Benito Carboni, because remember, he was the assistant manager when we took over, but he's real manager now in real life. There should be an option for the manager to storm out shouting, "You manage the team then." I'd like that. That would be good. Rice, he just got promoted to the National League with Havant and Waterlooville. Gonna struggle this season, lads. You never know. You never know. We've been talking about this one. Like, once you get into the National League, it can be a bit of a grind, but you do get the option on a couple of Championship players and a couple of Premier League players. If you get those signings right, then you're away. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're absolutely flying. So all is not lost. Get that done, and then you're good, right? You're absolutely sorted. Then at that point, it's like you could potentially just bounce your way up the leagues. Is Charlie Campbell worth buying? League One player. Off the ball's not great. Teamwork, work rate's not good. Right, let's get this FC United game done. Who else we got coming in? Brad Jones, massive centre back from Cardiff, 6'5". This is what we need, just a couple of signings just to fill out the squad as we get to the business end of the season. Yeah. Brad Jones, jumping reach 16, heading 8, acceleration 10, tackling 12, marking 8, positioning 13, determination 13. Again, out of contract in the summer. Maybe if he does all right, could be a leading League Two player. Spamming with trials and release Premier League players seems the way forward. 100% it is. You need to get those in quickly. Get him snapped up, says Josh. Yeah, 100%. Wrexham have taken the lead against Darlington. They started 15 minutes before we have. Halifax aren't playing, I don't think. Or am I a little bit blind? Oh, Halifax are playing Chester. We're playing bottom of the table FC United. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's tackle harder. Let's get those players riled up, shall we? Throw some elbows, we're going in. Alright, I think we're going to put... Let's rest... Actually, tell you what, let's rest Linton, who's been playing pretty decently. Aguero can run the line up top. Mamedov can come in as midfield. Rio's still not fit. Do I put Frankie Marmalade in there as well? In central midfield? I mean, Hackney's back. We could put Hackney back in there, couldn't we? What's he better at? Passing and vision. Actually, there you go. Yeah, you can play as a Volante. It's a shame you're in the Van Rama. I'd suggest Josh Coburn. He gets released. Usually ends up in League One for the lower leagues. He's very underrated. That's a good shout, to be honest. I mean, we're probably a little bit too far into the save as well, though. We're currently in Hayden Hackney. I love Hayden Hackney, Josh. He's so good, isn't he? He's so good. Big fan. We're also in 2030 as well, to be honest. So some of those players that get recommended could well be great, but they might just be a little bit too far in the game, or maybe they've left the game at some point as well. So we do run that little risk. So away to FC United, Mamedov is making his debut. Jones is making his debut. Form-wise, we don't look great. Let's see what we can do. We're in yellow. FC United, of course, in red shirts, white shorts, black socks. More than a free kick already. I know him personally, so that always helps. He's such a good lad, buzzing for him to break through the first team this year. Oh, lovely. Excellent. Well, I mean, let him know that we've signed him. And to be fair, he's been great for us as well. So we're very, very excited to see how he gets on. We've got McKinley as well, who's a new gen who came from Borough. But Borough tend to have a decent production line. But yeah, Hackney's a guy that I like on the game, and especially for this level and into like the League 2 and League 1 and that. He's definitely got ability. Old man's off to bed. Patriots, enjoy the rest of the stream. No worries at all. We might see you in tomorrow, possibly, to have a title winning party. Who knows? If only we had a good production line in real life. I mean, you have brought some players out. You got to think of it that way. It might not be as regular as on FM, but there's still some talent coming out there. Blakey with the corner. Whips it in. Headed away. And let's go positive. So Wrexham are currently... Academy's dried up now. It's not been the same for years. True. I guess that's the same for a lot of clubs, isn't it, really? There's obviously economic issues around around Borough. Hasn't been the same since Dave Parnaby left, and you've got to make the club look attractive as well. That's the problem. I don't really understand how that's gone in, but Duffy's got it. We'll take that. It's a good setup at Borough, and as I say, it's just that thing that's unfortunate to get some things that just don't quite match, Right, Wrexham are winning. Still winning 1-0. We're now 1-0 up, so should settle some nerves. 22 minutes in. Blakey, Duffy runs through. Duffy, what about that? That's beautiful. That's a great goal. Look at that, lovely ball inside. Duffy, Blakey. Duffy round the keeper. Nice. Difference is though, David got to watch Sunday League football. That's true. That is true, actually. That is true. You yourself don't watch any local football. Yeah. I hear you right there. That's a football problem overall, isn't it? Yes, nice. Get the trifles out. 100%. Happy is Mordner. Hackney, Mordner. Through again. Is it going to be another one? Guru makes it 3. Now we're talking. We're off again. Goals start flying in now. Now we're dialing it up a little bit. Yeah, homegrown talent, man. It's such a shame for them. I've got 2 young boys myself, they're 4 and 3, and I just don't know what they're going to do. I'm looking around at the local teams. There is a couple of sort of local Sunday League teams and that, but there's no non-league team. In a weird way, we've got York City obviously, but there's no non-league team in and around that's close. You've got Guiseley, or you've got maybe go Harrogate, obviously an our football team, but Harrogate Railway maybe a non-league. But again, you're talking another few miles out. There's no Farsley, Celtic, I suppose, over towards Hull way. It's Gould, haven't really got a football team or something. But it's not like the North East, so you go up to Blythe Spartans or whatever, Gateshead, of course, are still down there, Darlington. You can go across to Scarborough, but you're still talking an hour away, you know what I mean? Connor Bluebird, your mate, best head of youth development. No idea to be honest. Someone who's got 20 for developing youth players. We're currently in the National League, so I don't think any of our players will be a penalty. Phil Cannon's good. There you go. There's one. There was a Portuguese lad who was in China last year. Maybe he's there. Great penalty. Oh, Josh, appreciate the follow, buddy. Very kind. Thank you for that. Half time. 3-1. We're doing alright. Keep them going. Right, Mamedov's on a 6.9. Which isn't too bad, I suppose, for a debutant. Mamedov in for a guru. Blakey. Come on, Blakey, put your foot through it. I know it's on your right side and you're left footed, but Harrogate Railway, I suppose, is possibly an option. Maybe, yeah. Part of me is a little bit like, look, we live close by. Like, surely I don't have to really travel to find a non-league club, but I know you have to. Guru over the top and out for a throw-in somehow, a proper Emil Heskey shot. Proper Heskey shot. 6.3 for Jones. Debut to forget for that boy, and he's on a yellow card. Did he give him? He must have given him the penalty. Mamedov over the top. Get yourself across the pond in the States. That's where the chances are now with all the development leagues. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, even daft things, like, I've started looking into coaching courses and stuff, and I've downloaded the free stuff that the FA give you. So identifying player identification. I've got that one downloaded. Got safeguarding. Got the playmaker plan. So we'll do those. We'll do those as well. See what's happening. We'll see what the C license costs, which isn't too much to us. It's about 160 quid, I think, to do all 3 modules of that. So we'll get that done as well. And that'll be fun, because I need to sort of be in a position where if the boys want to do stuff, then I can sort of help out and give them as sort of good an opportunity as we can to try and sort of get them to develop. But if they don't want to do football, then that's not a problem at all. We don't have to do that, but give them a chance if they fancy it. Hello Gouda, welcome in, pal. Nice to see you. Dill's on my list, to be honest. Dill's on my list for raiding tonight. Get the first couple of packages done for 20 quid. I've looked into it before. Yeah, I think it's the first. Sorry, 200 quid. Yeah, I think it's 60 quid. So 40 quid, 60 quid, and 60 quid. I think it is for the first 3 or whatever. And then once you get into like the national licenses, then you start looking at a couple of grand. But see what opportunities are around. Then if it's something that looks like it's going to work, then let's get it done. It'll be fun if nothing else. But what else am I going to be doing with my time? I'm going to be sat here doing this, and let's face it, this is not. We're trying our best. And I need to sort of like look at this and go, right, what am I learning here? Is it good enough? Can we put it into real life action? Daniel Aguru is the man. Get him there. The next Will Still is right in front of my very eyes. Maybe, you never know. You never know. Good header from Aguru. 4-1. That puts us nicely. Wrexham won 3-0. That puts us nicely positioned for when we go and play the quarter-final of the FA Trophy. our next match, which will be tomorrow. With Lewis 4-2. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Mrs. J, as we say, is going to be on a hen do over the weekend, so she's got makeup practicing tomorrow. That's what she says she's doing. So if she wants to do that downstairs, that's fine. I'm going here and we can get the stream on. Hopefully, it means that we'll be lifting the trophy tomorrow. That's what we're thinking. We might have enough games to do it. We're nudging towards the title, everyone. 4-2 against the bottom of the league. We shouldn't have conceded 2 goals, really, but never mind. 11 points clear. 9 games to play. 11 times 3 is 33 points. Minus 9. 24 points we need, potentially, to win the title. Wrexham have 1 game in hand. If they lose that, then we'd obviously have less than 21 points to win. Fingers crossed we can get across the line. I think we can. I'm confident of where we are. We've come through this little weird spell. You know, bit of up and down results here. Obviously the York match result wasn't brilliant. We've only actually lost once on the stream tonight. I thought we'd lost twice, but we've managed to dig back deep with that Dagenham and Redbridge result. And yeah, big win against Halifax, 5-1. 1-1 against Wrexham, so didn't lose there either. Got ourselves into a good position. Quarterfinals of the FA Trophy against Spennymoor. Get through that. There's only 4 national sides left. They can all still go through. Get through that. We're into the semi-finals. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games to go. Can we win it by South Shields? That would be good, wouldn't it? If we can win it at home to South Shields, that'd be brilliant. That's what we're aiming for. Let's try and get it done. Okay? So, appreciate everyone. Genuinely, thank you so much. For everyone who's rated in, everyone who's followed, everyone who's subbed, everyone who's joined in part of the chat. It's genuinely been really, really cool. I absolutely loved it. We're going to go across and raid Dill. I love Dill. I love him so much. Make sure you drop a follow him as well. Stay in his chat. He's a really, really cool guy. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. All the best. Bye, everyone.
Wow, Tony Jameson with the fat raid. 84 people coming through. I was just looking at some stuff on my other monitor. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Tony. I hope you had a nice stream, bro.